Welcome, everyone, to episode 301 of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast.
It's big
A new era.
From now on,
301 week, boys.
we're going to number them all.
No, we're good.
I love the numbers, to be honest.
You were the one who said no more numbers.
No, I didn't.
You said Pat Buck said no more.
No.
Podcast
You said Pat.
master.
Brian said Pat Buck said no numbers. I always love numbers.
I think milestones and you move on. But anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, welcome to 301, I'll just say it today, of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I'm your host, the Deathmatch King, the Indie God, the Internet Champion, almost ready. Matt
And
Cardona.
I'm your host, the most professional wrestler, TNA star, one half of the tag team champions of the world, and member of the system, the Scottie Pippen of wrestling figure collecting, Brian Myers.
I'm also here, producer of the show, Smart Mark Sterling, Esquire, the most famous professional wrestling lawyer. And this show is brought to you by our good friends, Ringside Collectibles. Use code MAJOR to save 10%. I got a big package for
Guys,
Ringside today.
I think I got figure of the year.
Meat Stick Macho,
We'll talk
Ringside
about it.
exclusive.
From Ringside Collectibles. Potential figure of the year coming up later in the show.
Also got that.
I got as well. I don't agree with you, but it's great.
Oh,
Figure of the
wow.
year.
Yeah, I think Brian's
Figure
going
of
out
the year?
on a limb here.
Guys,
I think every time Brian gets a figure, it's the figure of the year.
when have I? What are you even saying? When have I ever said that?
Oh, you know what's a good figure of the year? Plain black pants, no shirt. Figure of the year.
Guys,
Figure of
there's so
the year.
much. There's so much more
it's
later in the
great.
show.
Not as drastic, but I agree with Matt here.
Wow.
All right, guys.
Oh, cool. The colorblind guy who agrees with that. Great.
Oh, God, you're discounting my eyes now?
Well, follow
Damn.
us on X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Major W Pod. Subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts and leave a review, not just any review, but a major review. If we read your review on air, we will send you a little prize key. Who is the review today, Mark?
Andy, at blah face person. But
Blah face person,
So
all
he
right.
says I am a real Major fan, sung to the tune of Real American. I tried to do this. I don't get it.
I am a real major fan.
No, I think I can do it, Mark.
Okay, go ahead.
You're searching for figures and you're trying to find extremely rare chases, but they're way behind. If you're looking for AW, you better go on eBay quick. We have 45 WWE figs and they're all basic. I am a real major fan. Collection for the right of every man. I am a real major fan. Don't be a bitch. Scratch that figure itch.
Oh, that was great.
Now, I wanted to send him a prize, but guess what? Andy doesn't follow us on X.
Sorry, pal.
Damn,
I can't.
stiff, Andy.
I can't even DM him to get his address.
I was to say, I can't believe it's 3 minutes into the show and we exposed that Mark's tone deaf and colorblind because he refused to think that was doable.
I was like singing the wrong song. By the way, speaking
What
of...
song?
He's
What other-
American man. Is that what you were doing?
I don't remember. I have to think about it, but it certainly was not correct. It was not correct. This reminds me, I'll bring it up here. Multiple times recently with Patreon, I've gone to select somebody to win that prize, and they don't have their address, which is insane to me because these are ultimate and
they
hard
get
foundation
prizes.
Exactly. They're not getting their cards. They're not getting their ultimate prizes. Like, it is insane.
very
I know some
unfortunate.
people see like address. Oh, I can't. But I don't want anybody to have my address.
Yeah,
People get nervous.
they're thinking D Freedom's going to show up at their door and critique their mailbox or something.
You're not going to get any of the stuff if you don't put your address in the Patreon.
Your grass isn't cut correctly. Imagine if D, we should do that. Just send D to people's houses and critique like
Pick those shingles?
The paint application on your
the
side.
pavers don't match the side of your house.
Be terrible.
Man,
Terrifying.
HOA D Freedom.
HOA.
Yeah.
That's his new gimmick.
Instead of DTA, it's HOA.
I love it.
Wow. All right. The giveaway, courtesy of Ringside Collectibles. All you got to do is find the pinned post on X, repost it to be eligible. It's funny, this whole X Twitter debate. Elon Musk just asked the people, do you call it X or Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
People are starting to more than I ever thought they would.
But
But
Mr. Beast had a good comment. He said, even if you call it X, we're so used to calling it a tweet. If we just say we're posting,
yeah,
it doesn't specify where we're posting to. So is
That
it
might
still
be
a
the
tweet
winner.
on X?
right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
you do. I think it still is a tweet. I
tweet
can't
on
not
X?
say it. Yeah.
I tweeted. Yeah, you say I tweeted. Yeah.
Because if you post, that could be Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the winner of last week, it was the John Cena from the Vault, is...
The big bearded villain
You win!
at Big Hurt 7676.
And this week, the giveaway, courtesy of Ringside, is the Hardcore Kane from the Vault. Now, let me just say this, guys. When Mattel started doing all these re-releases, all these top picks, I was shitting all over them. I've done a 180. I've totally come around.
Same.
I'm all in on this line. Here's the thing. You have these figures already? Don't fucking buy them. Who gives a shit? And if it introduces new collectors to the line and makes the whole line thrive and grow, it's a win-win for everybody.
I think there's way more people going, oh shit, now I don't have to spend $100 on that Bubba Dudley. Yep. I'm in. I think there's way more people doing that than going.
I also think we're in this fucking bubble. That
Yes.
there's even more people saying, holy shit, a Bubba Dudley, not even
They probably don't
realizing it
even-
came
yeah.
out.
I 100% agree with you with that point too. There's definitely people, or there's kids and common collectors are just like, oh crap, look at this cool DX that just came out.
Right.
Like, yeah, for sure.
Like, and they're thinking from the vault just means it's like an old school figure.
Right.
Not that it was out, actually.
Right.
So I'm all in on this from the vault, and I'm still politicking hard for that Edgehead Hawkins single, Edgehead Rider single, but I want to do a little switch up. Sometimes they fix them up, change the paint a little bit.
Red tights from Mania.
Red tights.
I'm down. Wow, I read your
Red
mind.
tights.
Legit.
Well, how
That's
did you
right.
guys have to sign a Legends deal? What do we do?
Well, yeah, we got to sign a Legends deal
Well-
first.
Well, the other thing is like it's kind of what we said to Bubba. We can't make Zack Ryder or Kurt Hawkins merchandise, so it's like, okay, you can do it.
Well,
it's
the
not
only,
like
the only
stop-
caveat would be if they want our the exclusivity to our likeness. Hell no.
No, that's not even on the
But if they
table.
just want to
But-
make Hawkins and Rider cards, video game merch,
which yeah,
make
it's like-
everything.
and I think that's like what Bubba signed over, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Like he can't make Bubba Dudley stuff. He only makes Bully Ray things.
Right.
So it's like it's money from the sky, basically. Like you can't do it. So why not? If they're willing to do it, do it.
And then maybe they could finally do our fucking WrestleMania things.
Nah, Bill said no.
No, they were going to come out at the end in the basics.
True.
Imagine if Bill McKean had to design my figure again. He'd fuck me somehow.
Oh my God, yeah.
He'd fuck me.
Like no beard.
Every paint
Small
application
cock.
on your every paint application on your face would be off.
The eyes on the cheek.
Yeah.
But correct me. I mean, how? So if they can make a Kurt Hawkins figure, for example,
This is all hypothetical. By the way.
why would they have to? If they can just, if they own Kurt Hawkins, why do they have to pay you?
Because it's my I have to. It's my likeness. They don't own my
Okay.
head.
Got it.
Right.
Well, but also here's the thing.
They
like,
just
for
own the
instance,
name.
So they have
and
the right to make Kurt Hawkins stuff.
Yes.
Right now? No, they
No.
do not.
No.
No.
Oh, they don't.
But they're the only ones who can if we came to an agreement to do so. Does that make
Got
sense?
it.
Yeah, they
Got
can't.
it.
They can't.
Yeah,
they
'cause
they
that's my
can't make.
likeness.
No, they can't.
So that was different. So your contract.
The other thing that is weird though about that broski is like they can't do that, but they can put out like any kind of DVD of anyone of anything or
Well,
book.
that's where things are a little
Gets
suspect.
weird, right? Like how come a toy is like, oh no, they crossed the line here, but like,
Because the DVD is like archival footage.
I
There's
guess
no
there's that,
terminology
right.
behind it.
and then books or it can be that way too, right?
Right. It's like archival footage.
Yeah.
They're not making a new product. If they re-release WrestleMania 24 on DVD, they're not. It's not a new product. It's archival. There's a lot of weird legal. I think actually go listen to the Dawkins interview. I think we talked about some archival stuff in there.
Right.
Well, what about the Razor, like the fake Diesel and fake Razor Ramon? Could they make a fake Zack Ryder?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And then if they
Like
put
Jack
a fake,
they could sign Jack Tomlinson and call him Zack Ryder. Yes.
Yeah.
they could
okay,
do
so
that.
then in that case, then they could start making Zack Ryder figures.
with his likeness.
It's got to be his head, though. It can't look
It's gotta
like
be-
Matt.
Yeah, can't be me.
Yeah.
Okay. What if they signed somebody that looked like Matt?
But then it would still have to look like that person.
Yeah.
They couldn't be. We're living in this fucking. It's 2024. It would either look like me or the other person.
Yeah, unless they found somebody that really looked like you. There's plenty of Dwayne. There's plenty of The Rocks out there. People that look like The Rock. The WWE could
Broski's
just
mind
sign
now,
that
They're
guy.
going to sign Bradley Cooper to a Legends deal. Fuck him over.
If they signed Bradley Cooper and called him Zack Ryder, I think I'd be okay with it.
Oh. No, don't impersonate me, Hollywood icon megastar.
All right.
Okay, I got off
Okay, guys.
tangent there.
That went off the rails, that one.
MajorMarks.com, Patreon.com/MajorWPod, the fan club community subscription service. Every single week we give away a prize to a new and old subscriber. Who do we got, Mark?
Okay, and these people put their addresses in. First time in the line, Shane Emery, and the classic superstar Charles Ashley, who I think might have something to do with the Cella company because his email was something about Cella. So,
Oh, wow.
he could be the
Guys.
ch in the Cella.
You get this podcast early and ad-free. You have access to the Facebook group. The Hart Foundation up gets the card. People have been getting their Jordan Grace card. I just sold my signed one for a lot of money on Whatnot.
People were fired up about those Jordan cards. Wow.
We have the next couple months lined up, but we're not going to spoil it for you. The ultimate gifts, guys. People have been getting them. The January gift, guys. Create your own Major Bendy. People have been loving it. What it is, it's the card back and the card. You can put whoever. Look what Iman did. He
I
put the
thought this was
tan.
great.
He put that tan mat that was in the baggie in there. That's what I got to do.
Tan mat that does not have a box
Tan mat does not have a box.
now
Now
has
has
an
a
exclusive
box.
box.
It's fucking genius.
So only Ultimate members can make this exclusive Bendy.
And it says in the bottom, ultimate
It
exclusive.
says it's branded Ultimate in the bottom there.
And you could put anything in there. You could put my.
I mean, you need a mint on card figure, but you just swap it out because all our packages are resealable. So you can make.
Right.
Last night on Whatnot, I sold a Chelsea Green Ultimate exclusive. I sold a Trinity Ultimate exclusive. My carny wheels are spinning,
man,
man.
that's
Now I know why Matt wanted to do
He's
this.
so proud of himself.
Well, I didn't get like unlimited extra, boxes. We got a couple,
Now, Brian, I wanted to ask you this. I didn't even realize. So my brother sent you the package, and you got this package like over the weekend. Then I had a text from you that said, like, Mark, your package. I don't like this, basically.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what? They're a little late to say that, but then you
Well,
changed your tune the
guys,
next day.
If we're going full Major Pod transparency in this was a Brooksy concoction for months, maybe a year now.
I think it's
Right.
genius.
And I
our
thought
fans have been loving it.
maybe it was a little too carny. Like,
What's carny about it? There's
like
nothing
this-
carny about it.
I don't know.
You're literally
I
getting to make
I
your own
thought it
exclusive.
also was like it kind of needs like explaining. It was just.
It definitely does.
It definitely
I didn't
needs
think it was a
explaining.
home run idea. Is all I'm saying. And I expressed that several times. And then even when I got it, I was like, ugh, this isn't. But then when I made it, I was like, okay, this is cool.
Right. So
you go.
I said to the guys, I said to you,
So literally,
after
I
we-
own the company, and I needed to like.
Well,
see
it's
it
not
to
my
believe
fault
it
you're not
kind of thing.
reading my messages.
right. But I told you guys
75% of the time anyway.
After we had sealed the packages and like had the stamps on it, it dawned on me like I should have inserted just a piece of paper that said like, here is your
Right,
January
yeah,
Ultimate gift.
right.
I think that
Use
might have
this
been the
as a
fix.
exclusive such and such.
Right.
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 Because I feel like you open that package, you're kind of like, what the hell is it?
Guarantee you open the package like, did they make a mistake? Like,
That's
what is
why
this?
I had these images ready to go, but I didn't want to spoil it. So I waited for the first Major Mark to post it.
Oh my God.
So I could be like, they've been found. Here's how you do it.
Right.
But
I put a
I-
bunch of my exclusive, my merch table exclusive in those, and I was like, ooh, these are going on up on what
Right,
sign?
right.
They're gonna look great. Yeah.
And I think it's cool. Like if you look at the card on the back, which is also an actual physical card. I mean, look at this fucking lineup. Joe Shoes, Adam Bomb, SDL, Alley Catch, Hacksaw, Chelsea Green, Macho Man, Ric Flair, Slaughter, and Danhausen. What a fucking motley
just
crew.
Hall of Famers.
What a motley crew of people in the major Bendy's family. So, listen, if you don't collect Bendy's, probably not the best gift, but sell it. I saw some people selling it for $50.
People do that all the time with everything. It's like,
Yeah.
nonstop.
Yeah, there's not many of them made, and the reason why
200-ish.
Yeah, so there's it went out to about 200. There's a little more than 200. It went out to about 200 people. So like you don't have a ton, Matt. Like we don't have a ton extra or anything like that. And really, the reason that this took so long is because we didn't want to just print this out on our own. We actually had the factory make it. So this is from the Bendy's factory. It is an official Bendy's thing. The cards were from the same company, so we had to wait for the factory to ship it and all that stuff. So that's why it was delayed big time.
Yeah, we didn't make this at fucking
From Hong Kong. Came all the way from Hong Kong.
All the way from Hong Kong. Also, guys, people have gotten the April gift, which is a big hit. It was our rookie cards.
Rookie cards.
I sold that for a good chunk of change last night on Whatnot as well.
I have to figure out a Mark Malibu signature.
Mark Malibu.
Yeah,
Bro,
what is that, Mark Malibu?
I fucked up the Brett Matthews signature twice.
Really?
When's the last time I signed as Brett Matthews?
I guess you did. I never changed the Brian Major and Brian Myers autograph.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So Mark Malibu, I think to really, it's probably just real bad print. Just like, that's how I would have done it back then.
Like Nails autograph?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, we got some bonuses up for the month of May. There is the Michael Dawkins legal podcast interview. Yeah, you got to check it out. Dawkins is the fucking man. The other bonus that we just recorded early today with my pen pal Magnum TA. We talk all things Power Town. So check that out. And a little spoiler for June, folks. June 1st, FWF, Bendy / Bendham's Mark versus Matt. We had the draft last night with Captain Joe Shoes. I don't want to spoil anything, but I will spoil this. Mark drafted himself number 1. That fucking Mark.
You have to. There's context missing there.
You got to listen to it.
You have to listen.
Sounds like the dumbest move of all time, Mark.
And guys, so that will be June 1st, and the last date in June we have announced. Mark and I will battle it out. FWF is back, Jack, for a month. Bendy's Bendham card versus card, but Brian, you have to sit in on this. You are the moderator.
Wait, no, Matt.
Or
Brian, I have a proposition for you.
I don't want to hear it, but okay.
Would you? I think that you could do this. There's a lot of people left on the board. We drafted 20 people. Would you like to look at everybody left?
You can literally pick whoever you want.
Take 20 people and get in on this and present your own card.
Guys, I'm sure even in that predicament, I would smash both of you because you have horrible ideas.
What?
Very creative.
I kicked your ass.
Turmoil's the A show. Kill Thrill Zone.
Thunderslam won its debut.
I'll take it under consideration.
Well,
okay. Well,
you can't come in the last second.
He could.
So he
the
could.
30th is where it's going to release. So sometime a little bit before the 30th is when we're going to do this. So, just think about it, pal.
And you have whoever. You don't even have to draft. You really just pick whoever's
just look
left.
at the list. We can tell you who we have, and then you look at who you want. There's heavy hitters out there.
Smart Mark Sterling, number 1 overall.
Okay, you got to listen to the context of the draft. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, we can't spoil it.
But really, the important message here is FWF.
Who'd you take to? Takabashinoku?
Brian, he's still on the board if you would like to select
Takabashinoku. Taka's on the board. Spoiler.
Oh, man.
All right.
Spoiler.
FWF is back, Jack, for the month of June. If you were an Ultimate member, I'm not an Ultimate. If you were at least a Hard Foundation member, you'll get 2 episodes of FWF next month.
So who gets just the draft? Oh, Waterworld's gonna be July. We moved that.
Yeah.
We didn't watch it yet anyway.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know how to watch it. I have to look that up.
So
what month gets what tier gets the draft and what
the draft will be elite.
Okay.
and up, and then the episode will be Hard Foundation and up.
Got it. Also, guys, Boozing with the Toys every single month. Last week, guys, we had the 300 episode. Thank you for everyone who tuned in live or who listened or who watched.
Wonderful occasion that was, huh?
It was so much fun. I will say I don't like going live. Like, there's no way I could do that every week. Too much pressure.
Not sustainable, no.
Not sustainable. But
Girlcock says we need Thrill Zone, Brian. Just to let you know.
That's great. Hey, Chelsea Greed, she has a friend, last name Tancock.
Is her first name Barry?
No, I mean, what? Like, that'd be a great last name for me, Tancock. You know? Except when I get sprayed at my house because I wear the man thong because it's too weird. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like I'm wearing like...
You should be Palecock.
Oh, boy. Anyway. Fuck. What was I just fucking saying? I don't know. Oh, Boozing with the Toys. It was great last week. We went live. We had a lot of fun. And we'll get you a date for June. We'll get you a good date for June. Anything else for Patreon, Major Marks, Mark?
All the normal stuff, Joe Shoes, Heath, and all that stuff for this month. But I did want to mention, last week was episode 300. We did it live on YouTube and Twitch. Unbelievable. I'm blown away, hovering around 800 live viewers at night up against Raw. The Monday Night Wars is back.
Yeah.
I just really appreciate the support. I appreciate the support for the last 300 episodes. And as somebody who enjoys streaming and, follows that business, to have 800 viewers was really cool. And the episode's doing very well on YouTube. And, there's been a lot of nice...
Started event, man.
Yeah, exactly. Everything went so swimmingly. Like, we talked about it on Boozing, but I was very nervous, like the guests wouldn't be there or
it all worked out.
Audio wouldn't work.
Like, F this when we were running late and just leave the room. Yeah.
Yeah. But everything worked out great. And it was, I think, an episode that, episode 300 deserved something epic. And I think that we did it.
Yes. All right, guys. If you want to advertise your product or service, hit us up, majorpodcast@gmail.com. All right, follow up, guys. All right, so let me tell you about my little travel situation.
Okay.
So I had GCW this week. I'm the general manager. I'm out injured. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Great spot. It was at the Harrah's Casino. Very great spot. But I go to check into my flight the day before. I see Brett Lauderdale, that cheap fuck, has booked me basic economy. Okay? So
I still don't understand why you don't just handle your own stuff.
I don't know. I should. But anyway.
Yes.
I don't know. I couldn't tell if I was unable to change my seat because I was basic economy.
Yes,
or
that's 100% why.
But or if it was everything else was sold out. But the only seats available were middle seats. I said, Brett, A, I'm not sitting in a middle seat. And B, I have this fucking sling. I physically can't sit in a middle seat. So he changed my flight, whatever it was, a 9 o'clock flight or so. That's what we usually take, or that's what I usually take to get to an indie show because I like to not be rushed, get breakfast, fucking find a Target, find a gym, whatever. So he changes it to a 3 o'clock flight. I'm already thinking oof, 3. That's 3 from Orlando. It's kind of close, But then it keeps getting delayed and delayed. And delayed. And luckily, I'm at home. I'm fucking 10 minutes from the airport. I'm not fucking leaving my house.
That's cool. Then at least you said
right.
That.
So
nothing's worse than being there where you're stuck through.
Yeah.
Security
So my day
delayed,
is not completely ruined, but it also is is this flight going to get canceled? What's going to happen? But I'm old school. You always try to make it. There's a lot of people I know who would just fucking tap out, say I'm not making it. So even if I show up at the fucking end of the show, I have to be there. I was average. That's the old school of me.
Right.
Anyway, it goes from 3 o'clock to 5:30. So I'm like, fuck. And it's not getting delayed. So I get to the airport. Of course, we're delayed once I'm at the airport. Long story short, I land over an hour after the show starts. Okay. And I'm like, holy shit.
Well, if I know GCW, you get plenty of time.
Yeah.
Well,
you have, 6 hours? You're good.
Ever since I become GM, people are listening to me because I'm the law. They all were hitting their times.
Oh, the one time.
Unprecedented. Brett Lauderdale had to add an intermission so I would make the show. Okay, I had to fucking leave my fucking. I can't carry anything on because I can't put anything in the overhead. So all my merch checked bag, I had to leave it to go right to the show to get there in time. It was a fucking disaster.
Wow. What took one for the team?
Took one for the team. did the fucking show. I was in Philadelphia for like fucking 6 hours. I made it. I'm the GM, but I could just Mark just sweating it out. Like, I don't know what Mark would do.
I think similar. I mean, actually, to be honest, I wouldn't have. I would have unhappily sat in that middle seat. That's all I would have done. So I would have been on that 9 a.m.
With the injury, I'm on Matt's side. No,
100%. Yeah. I mean, I understand why he did that. But I would have done this. I would have done the same thing. And I don't know.
I feel like I wouldn't have been able to leave my checked bag.
I had to, and then I had to go. And then I had to go back to the airport.
I would like, screw it. What's an extra 10 minutes at this point? I would have been like,
well, because the extra 10 minutes would have been me missing the fucking show.
Really?
Because I got there at the fucking end to do my bit, which was the last thing.
That's crazy.
Because I was like 3 segments that went back to back. It was like one giant segment, if that makes sense.
Oh. All right.
And they pushed it all to the end, and I had to be there. So that was GCW. What do you guys do?
TNA Wrestling invaded the Cincinnati/Kentucky area. It was freaking awesome. The venue was gorgeous. The Megacorp Center or something like that. I'd never been there. It's unbelievable. It's actually Broski, when you went on your honeymoon and Big Cass killed me through the table, it's the tapings we missed like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So
I'd never been there, but it was an awesome spot. Really fun. 4 weeks of TV that's going to air to get us all the way to the pay-per-view.
Damn, that's a lot.
Did you go to the toy department?
Oh, dude, I've been on the road for so long. I totally forgot about that. I have a whole giant-ass vlog of me and ECW original Sign Guy Dudley going to the toy department.
Wow, that's awesome.
Toy department, by the way, I didn't realize they're on their third
we
location?
missed the second one.
Yeah, we completely missed the second one, and they're on their third store from when we initially found them like 5 years ago. And this is like top 2, top 3 in the country.
Wow.
Vintage toy store. It's sick. So we'll have that up on the YouTube channel coming soon.
Sweet.
But it was an awesome weekend. It was a long weekend, but it was awesome.
Sweet.
Hence this morning recording we're doing right now.
Yep.
I like a good morning recording, but you guys listening have no idea what we're talking about. I went to Portland last week. I was in Portland for like 8 hours. Same thing, Broski. I had real bad delays getting there. I laid down in my hotel bed at 3:30 in the morning, which was like 6 a.m. my time. So I was up for 24 hours.
Oh.
But some bad sleep this weekend. But the Portland show was awesome for Collision and Ring of Honor, and then I did Limitless Wrestling this weekend. Did a little indie. Actually managed a man against Swoggle.
Oh,
wow.
Is that why you were messaging Swoggle?
Yeah, Broski. So, stuff's happening in the match. You know what I'm saying? So I have to do my due diligence. I get in the ring. The ref may have been knocked out. So I grab Swoggle. I tell him, here, put on these brass knucks. Just punch him in the head, right? Wouldn't you know, he moved, hit me in the nuts.
I was about to say.
No way.
I couldn't believe it.
I'm obscene.
You weren't wearing a cup, huh?
I was not. The
You're not
agility on
always ready.
Swoggle was pretty amazing.
Could have done the old China spot there, but you blew it.
All right. A figure follow-up. I want to congratulate Mattel and I guess Ringside, who won the American Package Award
saw
for that
Very cool.
Defining Moments
Really
4-pack.
cool.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
I love that. That was a
Which
great
is
4-pack
nice,
that had...
very nice stuff, yeah.
Who's that? Cody, Brett, Mankind, and Sean?
Yep.
Sean, yep.
I believe that's still available from Ringside. Maybe it's not,
Yeah,
actually.
Cody has sold like wildfire. I mean,
So maybe you
now.
can't. Maybe you can't get the whole 4-pack.
Maybe you can't get the.
Well, check it out.
Entirety. Yeah.
Ringside Collectibles. The Pro Wrestling Tees Macho Man sold out. Ooh, yeah.
Major Bendy, by the way.
Yeah,
Macho
Major
Man,
Bendy.
Major Bendy sold out. Pro Wrestling Tees exclusive.
Loving that. We released 4 Macho Mans at one time, and I have a feeling they're all going to sell
All
out.
gonna be gone. Yeah.
This our one right here, the Will You Marry Me? I think there's
Proposal
less.
Macho Man.
Proposal. I think there's less than 50 on MajorBendies.com, so make sure you get it. And this is my dream attire, this Macho Man. And then the Pro Wrestling Tees one sold out, so make sure, we're working on something with Pro Wrestling Tees for another exclusive, but maybe this time it'll be a bigger exclusive, if that makes sense. All right, Jeremy tweeted something that I really loved. He said, The difference between over-manufacturing action figures and under-manufacturing action figures. Make too many, people complain, retail complains. Figures don't sell through. Excess warehouse inventory. Either pay to clean up retail or line dies. Make too few, people complain. So it's like people are going to complain anyway. So
I think was this in direct response to people complaining about Alex Reynolds being the chase?
I believe so.
Wow.
And I have to agree with Jeremy here because you look at the secondary market price of, for instance, Daddy Ass. It's like $50. Okay,
The Keith Lee's like free if you want it. On
so
eBay.
which means like if they would have had that mass produced, it'd be rotten on the pegs.
Yeah. I randomly was looking at some chase prices the other day, I think maybe because of Alex's, and like the more recent ones seem to be kind of all over the place, but mostly affordable, like not crazy like we had seen. But I saw one like I didn't even realize like Penelope Ford was the chase, and hers was like $200 something bucks. I saw with bids on it.
So it really depends on the character for sure.
And I think it depends on the oversaturation of this particular set, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But the Daddy Ass one makes
that like
total
Penelope's
sense.
set I don't even remember seeing in stores like ever. You know what I mean?
Me neither.
Yeah.
But we also just got that acclaimed set. So most people have a Daddy Ass. Do you need to pay a ton of
Daddy Ass
money?
is inferior to the
But
Ringside
Mark,
three-pack
I'd
one.
argue that most people don't have a Daddy Ass. I think we're in this bubble. Ringside Collectibles is our bread and butter, our number one. But if you're just a casual, you're not shopping online. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay, so then if you're a casual, you might not even know that this Daddy Ass exists or this Chase Daddy Ass exists because you're not seeing it on the pegs. So you're not looking for it on eBay. So it would be $50 because the people that want it are just Chase collectors.
Yeah.
Which is how many people is that?
I think
3,000?
there's no way to please everybody. And Jeremy also said, Jack Friedman, the LJN founder, once told him, Jeremy, if you make one too many figures, that makes you an asshole. If you make one too few, that also makes you an asshole. Moral of the story is, in this business, you're an asshole, no matter what you do, so ship less.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, that's the safe bet, right?
You can't please everybody.
And then I think he's speaking from learning the hard way with AEW in the line. It got so hot so fast. It was too much.
People were complaining about
yeah.
Series 1. And to be fair, I don't think I ever saw Series 1 until like way down the line in a store.
Right.
But we've said it before many times on the show that demand needs to be, greater than the supply.
Yeah.
Like you can't just walk into a store. It's not like bubble gum. You can't just like, oh, I want to get this exact pack of Big Red today. If it was like that,
that's not a collectible. That's not how a collectible works. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, before you move on, I loaded this up. I'm at the show. We talked about our rookie cards. Here's a picture of somebody in the group who got the 2 ultimate gifts. So there they are. That's the Major All-Stars, Mark Malibu, Brett Matthews, and Brian Myers.
By the way, Johnny JB in the chat, breaking news. Put that one up.
Meat Stick Macho is up on Ringside Collectibles now.
Go, go. The other machos have sold out, guys.
Let's see if we can sell it out by the time we finish this podcast.
That'd be fun.
That would be great.
So we said we wouldn't talk about this guy anymore on the show, but I had to make an exception. Rush Collectibles.
Oh my God.
Chris Van Vliet put this out. So that's
I've
why
seen these
that's why I'm
right?
counting this. I can't read it, but basically said
It says below is the first update provided by Rush Collectibles for the CVV figure that had pre-orders over 1 year ago. Sal, the owner of Rush Collectibles, has been extremely difficult to get in touch with and refuses to post updates on Instagram. Unfortunately, there is still no expected delivery date. So the update that was sent to Chris was...
That wasn't to Chris. He posted that publicly.
Okay, so after finding a new factory sent out for CVV mold. When the mold came in, there was a crack in the mold. Unfortunately, first mold cannot be used because of these issues. The factory needs to remold. This will take time, but it will ensure that the product is top-notch. Once the new mold comes in, I will have a better idea of delivery date. All future updates will come via email blast.
This guy is just 100% allegedly full of shit. I mean, last week, Monday, we showed the artwork for All Ego, right? Ethan Page, the big rubber guy, right? And that was like, I think we got the artwork the day before.
Yeah.
A week later, we already have the mold of the figure. It's like if you are if you're doing the job, it can get done.
He really should just refund everybody and call it a career.
And Chris has told me he's DM'd him, emailed him, posted on it, and has been ghosted. And of course,
part's like the exceptionally. I understand it's like, okay, you're not in the toy business. You're trying to make a toy. It's probably pretty difficult to get started. Whatever, I get that. But to ghost your talent, that you've signed and promised things to, is crazy unprofessional. So
I don't think we'll ever speak of Rush again unless he, proves us all wrong. And maybe he does. I hope he does. Just wanted to mention that. AEW U2s, we showed them off last week, the little silhouettes, but now we have some clear images.
I like
it is Jericho. It is Tony Storm, and it's Orange Cassidy. Ringside exclusive Tony Storm in the black and white, which I dig.
That's really cool.
I was a little concerned. No MJF? What happened to that? In the silhouette, he was clearly there, or somebody was.
Right.
And that person, if it was MJF, I guess it was MJF, like, not there. So
I don't know. I'm sure maybe he's on his way in some capacity. I don't know.
I guess we'll find out soon. I like these U2. Look in the package. It looks just like a Funko Pop. So nice autograph window. We know that Funko has an exclusive deal with WWE. That's why they can't do AEW. That's why they can't do Major Pod. People say, what about they did the New Japans? Well, that's why there's an exclusive deal. WWE got hot.
I like that. That's a unique item. I'm into it.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. It's definitely
it says
different.
Lionheart Chris Jericho on the packaging. Wow.
It's a unique vinyl. I believe it's vinyl, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's cool. It's not for me. Hey, if they were making a me, I'd buy it. But it's not something I'd collect. And I like that. I love the exclusive Ringside Collectibles thing. Ringside Smart getting in on the ground floor. Black and white Tony Storm. She is the most popular, if not.
I feel like
she's up there.
Smash
sure.
the other ones in sales.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah.
Really cool. Also, our good friend Maven, who was a guest on the show last week, he just did a YouTube video. Did not ask us to be a part of it.
I didn't even promote it on our wrestling figure podcast. Didn't say, I have an upcoming video about figures.
Well, to be fair, he probably filmed this 6 months ago, didn't know when it was going to go out.
You can't change a tiger's stripes, man.
But it is Maven discussing all things WWE action figures.
Oh, my God. What a dick.
174,000 views in 3 days. I'm sure by now it's even higher.
I hate him.
Maven is a hard worker. We fucking love him. We've been begging him to get into the business. I'm glad he fucking he listened to us, and he's a YouTube star now. He's making money. I'm happy for him. I hope this leads to bigger and better things.
Does anyone in the chat watch this? Does he even reference us in this?
I think he does.
Okay,
I think
and
he,
I'm looking at the picture of him, the figures. That is all his WWE figures, I believe.
I'm shocked that he even
Well, there's no way he had those. His fucking guy definitely tracked them down.
I know that's probably not easy to do either, though. Wow.
Yeah, I can't see one that's missing. He even has the SmackDown draft one, which I was.
And the Toys R Us 2-pack one is rare with the shirt.
Yeah. Well, we love Maven. We have a micro brawler. The Major Bendy is shipping soon, so he'll have 2 more Mavens to add to his collection. I'm kind of offended the micro brawler's not there.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's the micro brawler?
Where's the fucking micro brawler, Maven? You son of a bitch.
Wow, Christy Giovanni saying he doesn't mention us.
He says, I
You
watched
son
but
of
don't
a
recall
bitch.
mention.
He's
Maven.
If there was, it was a small blurb.
You son of a bitch.
What a traitor, bro.
Well, speaking of Major Bendy's, guys, this month, it's coming up, guys. It's almost time, the end of this month. You can get Danhausen, Maki Ito, Steve Macklin. The pre-order is the order. Check those out. I believe we have the card backs to these. Look at that Danhausen.
Whoa.
Love that Danhausen. We said every figure from now on will have their own unique card back. So there is Danhausen looking great, very nice, very evil. We also have the Maki Ito, which I love. Very, has a lot of the Japanese stickers and Japanese writing on there.
Really cool.
Maki loved it, which is the best part. You get some barbed wire on there. And of course, the Steve Macklin, which will go with your TNA/Impact-esque packaging, so it will match the Heath, the Brian Myers, and his wife, Ponderosa, Deanna Purrazzo. So make sure you get your Steve Macklin, your Danhausen, and your Maki Ito. And also MajorBendies.com, but also Major Bendy will be an exclusive Major Bendy at Live 8. I'm sorry, I almost said Live 18. Live 20. I don't know why I said Live 20. Major Party at Calhoun. Tickets are still available.
Limited tickets still available.
Very limited. Presented by Ringside Collectibles. It will be a major party, and there will be an exclusive Captain Joe Shoes figure. We're working on some awesome surprise guests. We already have a bunch of surprise guests. The free gift is going to be incredible. Of course, we're going to sell some merch. The Captain Joe Shoes Bendy will all be there. This might be the last time we have a major party at Calhoun. Andy says this is the last year, but he said that before.
He said that the last 6 years.
4 years in a row, dude.
4 years in a row. So this is the show to come to. Live 20. If you've never been to a live show, this is the one to go to. Afterwards is the big after party at the Tiki Bar. Some major Mai Tais. Order some sushi. We got all fucked up last time. I smoked some of Kevin Nash's weed with Shawnee. So you never know what's going to happen.
You never know what can happen at a major party.
At a major party. All right, guys. And that's all I have for follow-up, unless you guys got something.
I'm good, baby.
Mm-hmm. All right, up next is the news brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon.
The Major Pod Network has partnered with our favorite adult beverage, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Everybody needs some liquid courage to make their own weekly purchases. Scratch that figure itch and scratch that PBR itch.
If you're listening to this, you're already a major mark. Now it's time to become a major PBR mark.
Use hashtag MajorPBR and post your pictures and videos of you major marking out with some Pabst.
Pabst Blue Ribbon and the Major Pod Network, the tag team champions of the world.
Of the world.
Major PBR. Forever. All right, PBR. It's summertime, baby. I want to crack open a nice cold PBR. Take a little sip ski. Every single week, use the hashtag MajorPBR. If we choose your picture or video, you'll get a prize. Mark, who's the winner?
Keenan Gobi says, at Keenan Gobi, I met Hacksaw Jim Duggan, so you know I had to pick up some major PBR on my way home to celebrate. So it's got
That's pretty cool.
He's got the Hacksaw 2x4 that he sells, a little picture with him, and then a little Pabst Blue Ribbon there. What, 12-pack?
Right.
Oh, I love
6-pack.
that. Very, very cool. All right, we got a lot of news. Young Bucks sneakers. I feel like we had to talk about this because sneakers are collectibles.
Man, these are cool.
The Reebok Young Bucks AEW Pump
cool.
Omni 2s, black and purple 180. I mean, damn, those are fucking cool sneakers.
God,
When-
I'm jealous.
when you
He's
guys
running
were
wild
little-
on this.
Did you? I remember actually thinking that if I got pumps, I would literally jump higher. Like it would be like trampolines on my foot.
I remember
yeah.
thinking like, I'll be better at basketball. Not
Yeah.
that I would jump higher per se, but maybe it was
So
that.
the pump actually doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't like
No.
make it tighter, right?
It sort of makes it tighter, right?
Yeah, it sort of makes it tighter
Yeah.
in the tongue area, which
Yeah.
is just like what are we
Yeah,
talking
but
about? Why don't you
still-
just tie it tighter? It's just
Those are-
such a-
Those are freaking cool looking, and like I said, I'm jealous that they have their own goddamn
I love it.
Reebok.
it also
sneaker.
breaks. The
That's
pump
pretty cool.
thing like will pop.
I'd love
and-
to see some AEW figures with these on. That'd be really cool.
True.
But that's not the only wrestler getting their own shoe. Because Roman Reigns is getting the Air
insane.
Jordan Bloodline.
That is sick.
Now, this will definitely be in a figure. You gotta believe.
Right.
Looks awesome, slick,
that's sick.
sleek. If you know, kind of deal.
Right.
Really cool. I'm definitely
yeah.
jealous about that.
Getting some Reeboks, pretty damn cool. Getting some Jordans, legendary.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. And, it's very akin to like, it's similar to retro Jordans as well. So it's pretty cool if you're a Jordan fan.
I might have to get them because I'm the Michael Jordan of wrestling figure collecting. I will say this, at Kowloon, I'll be wearing the same Nikes. Well, not the exact same, but the very, very similar to that John Cena wore at WrestleMania, those Kowloon Nikes. I have a pair as well.
Oh, nice.
So I'll be wearing them at Live 20. All right, Mitch Hastel.
Here we go. This week's Mitch update.
There's a lot of updates for Mitch. Mitch cannot work in silence. He gets excited. I love him for it. I respect it.
Then he turns on Instagram Live like this.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
I don't understand his Instagram lives. Like, nobody wants to hear you or see you. Just post the pictures.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, I mean, yes.
Poor D Freedom has to sit and watch his face.
That's very solid advice. Like, it's such an unnecessary thing, man.
Yeah, it's like whatever. But let's talk about
also
this.
Who's like home doing dishes? Like, Mitch is live. Got to stop what I'm doing. Got to stop what I'm doing. Like, what are you doing?
Let's start with the good, and the good is really good. It's the Macho Man Randy Savage. I will say he did an incredible job on this. It's WrestleMania 8 Macho, I believe, which is an iconic look to me. A lot of people were giving him shit because the head looks like exactly like the Macho Man with the hat, but without the hat on. But I kind of like that. I kind of feel like that's how it would look. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I do. Props to this. It's very Hasbro.
My only question is, if he couldn't do gold on Mabel, how is he doing an old gold Macho Man?
Now he's just sticking it to us.
Yeah.
Now he's like, who had gold on their gear? Because I'm making it.
Man.
I think it looks great. Officially licensed. I don't know.
Yeah, see?
Whoa.
I don't know.
Hey guys.
I don't know if we needed that photo, but listen, he got Macho Man. He's living the dream. 1992 edition. It looks great. I do think he needs to be a little tanner. If you compare him to the other Hasbros, the Macho Man has a very nice, like, orangey tan.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, even in that photo, you can tell. But yeah,
so it looks great.
That might cost extra at the factory, though. So
I will be getting this. I mean, how can you not? It's Macho Man. It's absolutely Macho Man. It looks fantastic. I'll definitely be opening it up. I don't want it on that package, but it looks fantastic. Really cool. Molds are done. Production underway. So we're very excited about this, and I'm proud of Mitch for making the Macho Man. Now let's trash him a little bit. He also showed off Lord Alfred. Wait, I'm looking at this Macho Man. What's with the arms with the tassels?
So
is he going to have his entrance jacket?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Jay, do you want to come in here if you know? Because is this the new
Freedom Labs? Please hold.
good morning, Dave.
Where are you, pal? You in the office?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Corporate D Freedom? Are you in Stamford, Connecticut? Where are you?
What's going on here?
You in Titan Tower?
I think so.
Yeah, it's been quite the busy office here. Yeah, it's been very busy.
Tell us about these tassels, D.
Yeah, this is an Easter egg, as it was called in the video, to I presume
Another Macho.
another Macho.
Okay.
So no attire has been specified, but
Wow.
yeah.
Little Easter egg.
Okay.
If you made like a rubber jacket to go over, and then you could switch out the arms or something.
Yeah, these are just the PVC portions that are pictured in these ones, so it'll have, I guess, a new torso that's sculpted up, and then
Make it stop.
I literally.
Why is he?
Hey guys.
Like, he looks more like a toy than the toy he's holding.
I will say he has lost a lot of weight. He has been using the Major Fitness Challenge. So
40 pounds.
40 pounds.
40.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Good job, man.
Wow. So what else did he show? Okay, Lord Alfred Hayes. I love this.
That's great.
It's cool.
I mean, he's signing guys that I definitely want in the big rubber guys line. But there's a reason I don't make them in the big rubber guys line is because I don't think they'll sell. So I don't know how Mitch is making money.
Yeah.
But I'm glad if he's taking the risk and taking a nice little bubble bath, go ahead. But
I would. What are you talking about? I feel like Lord Alfred Hayes is perfect in the Hasbro.
no, I agree. But how
it
many
doesn't
people?
matter. It's like how many people think that, Mark? Are willing to
I think he's perfect. I'll be purchasing.
Yeah, no, so do I. But it's like, is it going to sell?
Yeah. I don't know what his customer, the amount of customers he has, but I would think 1,000. I don't know. I don't know if you make money on that.
Yeah, 1,000 sounds like a lot.
Well, no, someone asked me this in the Wrestling Figs message board, like, how come we won't take as many risks as other companies? And I said, I can't speak for other companies. I don't know the other companies' financials. I don't know how much they're ordering. Minimums. I don't know how much they're paying the talent. All I can focus on is our information,
Yeah.
But Lord Alfred is cool. What else we got here, D?
Nice looking WWF tie on that Grapplers and Gimmicks.
I see what you're doing there. Looks like a polka dot tie to me.
Yeah, I think it needs some further airbrushing.
Wild man Mark Marrow. So how many Marrows are we getting? Is this the third Marrow he's shown?
This is the first one that was shown. There was a second one that was shown. That's a 1 of 300 exclusive. That's in black tights with white designs.
He definitely needs to be more tan. We had that issue, to be fair, with our company.
He's very difficult skin tone to pull off.
I like the eyes, though. A little wild. So this is yellow Mark.
Man, I don't even remember that gear.
And I mean, cool. Like one Marrow is enough for me. I'll probably get the red Marrow, but one Marrow is enough for me. I used to use Ravishing Rick Rude as Mark Marrow in my Hasbro Fed. Anything else, D? He has steel molds? No way.
Yeah, this is for the British Bulldog, the one that's in the compression shorts, the bikers.
Okay, so he has steel molds. That's progress. We thought for sure. We thought for sure he was 3D printing these somewhere.
Yeah, in someone's basement.
I like that Bulldog, but
yeah, that looks good.
Listen, I'm a huge fan of the British Bulldog. Absolutely huge fan. How many fucking retro Bulldogs do we need here? I think he's made or is making at least 5.
And the 2-pack's still on the way, right? With Diana?
He's got braided Bulldog, long-haired Bulldog, short-haired Bulldog, and then short-haired Bulldog is in like tights, trunks, repainted trunks.
Right? I mean, we know that he might sort of have to do this business-wise to make his money's worth on
I get it.
Owning, having the person or whatever the hell. So
I'll be getting one of each mold. I'll check him out.
Yeah.
What else we got, D? Okay, here we go.
Blew my mind.
So this is for Regime Series 2. So it's apparently one figure per series. So Regime Series 1 was the guy from Ghostbusters, No Holds Barred, Kurt Fuller.
But now, like, what are we?
No, entering the Titantron. That's how this looks.
What are we talking articulation-wise, then, if he didn't want that one to move?
So this is going to be like a little mashup. It's not quite a Titantron, not quite a basic, not quite an elite. It's like a mishmash.
So are the legs just going to pivot at the hips and go up and down? That's it?
I think they will bend at the knee, but I can't quite. What does the notes say there? Does it say on the notes?
Sculpted knee pads. He did say in the comments that they will have bendable knees, but it looks like the boots are all one piece. So judging from the illustration, just going off the illustration, it's about 14 points of articulation, whereas a basic has like 22, 24 points of articulation.
Is this less articulation than a Titantron figure from 1999? I'm serious.
It's
probably
it's close.
Didn't those at least have ankle? Like, couldn't you at least move the feet on those?
Yeah, you could pivot the ankles. Yeah, so I think it's probably about the same amount of articulation as a Titantron. About Titantrons didn't have hinges at the elbow, so certain ones
they did at the end. They did.
Yeah,
at the end.
This feels a little half pregnant to me, but
yeah.
Like,
if this was
other stuff is doing good and coming along, like this is a weird pivot. Unnecessary pivot.
If this was an elite, I would think about getting it. But if it's his own set of figures, I really have no need for it. Like, where would it live? Like, if it's not an elite, I'm not going to put it with my elites.
Yeah,
and I'm in no, mood to start buying Titantron figures.
I can tell you. I mean, as soon as I saw this, I knew instantly what it was modeled after.
like the bad basics.
Yeah, it looks
That's what I
exactly.
It's
thought.
modeled
Amazing.
right after the Hulk Hogan. Like it's literally the same knee pads and everything, like the positioning. So
Holy crap!
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
And even that
Whoa.
Hogan, you can bend the foot, correct?
yeah, for that one you can, but for newer 2024 ones, it's because that one's on an older buck. So that
So on new basics, you can't move the feet?
you can rotate them at the
Rotate
calf.
the calf in the boot, right?
Yeah, you can rotate the calf, but the ankles do not have the hinge.
Oh,
Certain ones do. It all depends.
Got it. Hey, let's see what happens when it comes out. Let's see the price point. I'm excited to see the head. Maybe he'll get a nice head. But speaking of head, we saw the head sculpt. I don't think it's bad. I think it's okay. I think the face is good. I think the hair needs to be a little longer. A
Yeah.
little messier, maybe. But hey, I hope it does well for him.
Well, that era, Al had kind of like blonde hair, actually. But
Yeah,
whatever.
well, we'll see what happens when it actually comes out. But congrats, Mitch.
All right.
Two series of regime and 2 figures. So I
Is it
hopefully
Regium or Regime?
So he said on his live stream that it's he was pronouncing it Regium, but it's actually pronounced Regium. That's how it's actually pronounced. So
Holy
he can't even
They're
get
all
it
wrong.
pronunciation right. So
Regium is what you're saying.
yeah, that's how it should be pronounced. Yes.
Regium, like regal. It means like royalty.
Regium and Kathy Lee. I watched that growing up. It was a great show.
Oh boy.
Can we move on?
Yes. So let's see here. We got some new Funkos and a lot of new Funkos. We got Seth freaking Rollins, USA Lex Luger, Zelina Vega, Dominic Mysterio, Razor Ramon, and Mr. America.
Sweet.
I need that Mr.
I knew
America,
that was
baby.
coming from Broski, yeah.
And I need it signed. But even the
Whoa.
Luger, it's like the Razor, I'm not a fan of one bit. But the other ones look really cool. The Zelina looks awesome. Very toyetic. Luger, first time USA Luger.
rules with the mullet.
Yeah. Seth
Cool.
freaking Rollins, Dominic. I love what Funko's doing. I mean, obviously their popularity is not where it once was, but they're still making some killer product.
Yeah, and I think still highly collectible
Oh,
at the end
yeah,
of the
for
day,
sure.
right?
I don't know how highly collectible this is going to be. This goo John Cena.
Not for adult collectors, but for children. Oh man,
I have a Marshmallow Man, I believe. It's same company. And
Moose-
it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I see those at Target.
Goo-jitsu.
I see those at Target, like the
Yeah.
superheroes and stuff. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
They're just making John?
no, they're making John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns, and
Oh,
Cody
okay.
Rhodes, and those will be coming out this August.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we have pictures of the Cena.
Yeah, so technically these weren't supposed to be like this was similar to like that UFC situation where these weren't supposed to be published, but they were published.
They were. So
Yeah.
once they're published, we take it.
Yeah, I know, but these were all the way back from September at Toy Fair.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Looks
we
kind of
must
like
have missed
Ernest
these walking.
there.
We must have missed these walking around.
Goo-jitsu.
Or they
Very
were not
cool.
in public sight. It was,
Yeah,
it
this
was
was not. This was
Okay.
definitely not for public
Got it.
to see. Yeah.
I dig it. Also, we have a new blue mini micro brawler. As the time of this recording, I think there's like 5 left, so it's
wow.
probably gonna sell out. It was
I thought
out of
this was
300.
a repaint that someone showed us side by side.
It's totally different. So
Yeah,
I
was
need
shocked.
this one. I think you need it too. If you do ECW, right?
I've cut ties with all micro brawlers.
All,
Yeah.
What?
even the major pod ones.
No, those ones I have.
Okay.
I gotta send you the Deathmatch King one then. You
Yeah, I
need
know.
that.
Building
This
brands behind my back like a son of a bitch.
The mini looks awesome. 300.
Why did you cut ties with the micro brawlers?
I wasn't displaying them. I don't know. I just was like, it was like, what am I doing here?
Got it.
When things are just living in a tote, I have second thoughts about it, you know?
I that's fair. I mean, I
Shit or get off the pot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just find a way to display these or just move on. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
fair.
I feel with Superstars and even Power Town and yeah.
Okay, that's fair. But also on Pro Wrestling Tees, it's Vader time.
Oh,
Big Van
whoa.
Vader.
A giant
The
20
Brawler
inch
Buddies.
plush?
I love that. Only 250. Big Van Vader. It's Vader time.
Man, get that and have it squash Heath Slater.
Oh, baby. Also, guys, what else? What's next, D? Ooh, El Desperado Storm Collectibles variant. I'm
Another
not.
variant?
I'm not sure if this is going to Ringside. Do
I
we
was
know?
not-
It wasn't said. Ringside might carry it, but they haven't. I don't know if Ringside has published it. They may have published it, but this will be coming out in Q3 of this year.
It's a nice figure.
Storm makes some great stuff. I did not particularly like the soft goods pants on the one that I had from Ringside.
And I'm gonna say that I thought it was very nice. I thought it was pretty cool.
I'm more of I don't want soft goods on my toys. I just don't.
Me either, and I normally don't like the pants, but I thought it was like as well done as it could have been executed.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. If they were going to do it, they did it right. All right, next up, we have, this is interesting. These are the Golden Era. If you've been following them on Instagram, they've been making like these mock-ups of these cartoon-esque action figures. And I think they finally got the rights to actually make some. And it looks like they're hinting LOD. So
Yeah, obviously that's LOD. I mean,
don't know for sure the details, the numbers, the price point, but I think they actually got some rights to actually make some of these figures.
Yeah.
From the looks of it, this Nerd Closet account that was tagged in the photo, it does send you to nerdclosetonline.com, and it did say in one of their Instagram posts that they will be carrying officially licensed toys. So it sounds like, judging from their posts, this may be affiliated with the Asylum Wrestling Store. So the Asylum Wrestling Store has connections with the rights for their Asylum All Stars figures.
yeah,
so
also true, yeah.
And the website is basically it's a Wix website, so it looks just like the AsylumWrestlingStore.com website. So,
Well, I know that Golden Era has made like mock-ups of me before. Hey, if you guys want to make a real product, just hit me up.
Oh,
They've made you before as well. They made you before as well,
Really?
Brian. Yeah, we've seen them. We've talked about them before on the pod. They're very like cartoony, like almost look like claymation style of wrestlers. You've definitely seen them before.
Huh.
So, but they're just Blue Meanie sold out. Fuck, I didn't get it. God damn it. Fuck, motherfucker. All right. Next up, we have the new pictures of these AEW. We're going to talk about them in the show,
Oh, yeah,
but
this isn't news anymore, guys.
it's not news
Yeah, we
anymore.
got
But
'em, yeah,
let's rapid fire just through them real quick. There's Jeff Hardy.
Brother
there's Bryan
Nero.
Danielson. There's John Moxley. We'll talk about it later on the show. We got Claudio. We got Wheeler, and we have Jamie Hayter. So those we'll talk about those later in the show. And of course, Alex Reynolds, my man, Alex Reynolds, the man, and the Claudio Chase in the red camo. We'll talk about those later. Next up is what's this, D? Jesse Ventura has discussed that he is in negotiations with WWE for a Legends deal.
Huge.
Which
cool.
would be very, very big. The amount of figures that could be made through the roof. He hasn't had a wrestling figure in years. And before you say anything, guys, we tried to get for Big Rubber Guys. He was not interested.
Yeah.
So,
he was just too busy in the Baja.
yeah. So I'm very excited with what this could bring. We could see a Coliseum Collection Jesse. We could see a Retro Jesse, a Superstars Jesse. So many wrestler, announcer. You can see Governor Jesse, like
Weird
SummerSlam.
gold wig thing, Jesse.
Yeah. Referee Jesse. Build a referee Jesse. From, I guess he's been a referee at multiple SummerSlams, right?
Yeah. In 99, isn't he just there? He's just like a guest, right? 99?
I thought it was the
90
ref.
Ref.
I thought it was the ref in 99.
He's a
Is he
ref?
not?
Yeah.
Maybe he's not. I don't
He's
know.
like a
When
enforcer?
Foley wins the Stone Cold belt. So
He's the ref?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was the ref. And isn't he like a ref in like 89 or 88?
SummerSlam?
Yeah, I thought maybe not. I don't know. We need David C. Anderson. He knows all the old school shit. By the way, happy birthday, David C. He just celebrated his birthday.
DC.
Oh, happy birthday.
brother.
He got like I think he has like 30,000 subscribers on his or followers on his Instagram account that posts all old WWF footage. So, congrats, dude.
Sweet.
Next up, June 1st, Bulletproof Studios, the Macho King crown. This is the same company that makes my Deathmatch King crown. Pretty cool. This is officially licensed. So I definitely need to get this, and I will have it on display right behind me with my Macho King crown. Now, it is a Kickstarter. However, I think they only need to get 25 or so, 25 made to get it into
They're
production.
not there yet, though?
No,
It hasn't launched yet.
It hasn't launched yet.
It launches on June 1st.
Got it.
So I think there's at least 25 people out there who are going to buy it.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, that's pretty.
I mean,
doable.
you got a customer right here. So that's one.
20. They only need 24 guys.
Yeah. So looks pretty cool, pretty dead on. I love it. My crown. When I found Bulletproof, they made me a very similar crown to this, but I just had death match instead of the macho, and I said, okay, this is cool, but I don't want to just be a cosplay. I need my own crown. TTD designed it, and then they made it. It's fantastic. So you can actually still buy, I believe, my replica crown up on there. So it's pretty cool. You can buy a Macho Man crown or Macho King crown and a Deathmatch King crown at the same exact time, I believe.
I just picture like when Chi's girlfriend comes to pick up all the packages, you're just wearing that in your living room.
No, but when she comes
after a Whatnot stream.
When she comes later today, bro, she has to pick up 199 orders. I killed it last night on Whatnot. Killed it last night on Whatnot. Thank you for not being there, Brian, because I just slaughtered on Whatnot last night. And then next, D. Ooh, what a rush. Here we go, baby.
I'm
First look, Road Warriors, big rubber guys, available to order June 2024. It's Series 8. It's Hawk. It's Animal. Removable pads, officially licensed, and the pads, for the first time ever, are unique to each person. I know what you're saying. Zombie Sailor is going to do them unique too. Well, when are those going to come out? So unless zombies come out before us, first time ever, the pads being unique to the person. Really, really cool. They can do the Doomsday device. That's how it was meant to be designed. Animal. It looks like he's doing like a muscle pose, like a most muscular, but he's also holding somebody's legs. Hawk can do the Doomsday device. Looks really cool. It's all Ego, Ethan Page, these two, and somebody else that we haven't announced yet. But I'm super excited for these LOD or these Road Warriors, and the feedback online has been crazy. A lot of people asking, are we going to do a chase variants of their LOD? No, because
the pads
are totally different. Yeah. So there will be no chase variant.
Too carny.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, if Ringside calls and says, "Hey, we want to order these but different face paint," maybe I'll say yes. But we're not painting these red. We're not painting these to be LOD.
No, it wouldn't fit.
So
wouldn't be right.
And Road Warriors have had multiple face paints. This is what we chose as the most iconic. Yes, that's an opinion of you could think something else is iconic, but this is what we went with, and the fans love it so far. So the pre-order will begin in June. So it's Ethan Page, Road Warriors, and somebody else who is he throwback? Is he a legend? Is he modern? I think he's a mixture of all that. So I'm excited to see people's opinions on that. And we'll probably reveal that next week on the show.
So now, without going into detail, some people were a little miffed that when you guys announced the Ethan, because he's a current guy.
Yeah.
Are these same people unmiffed now that this banger of Road Warriors?
Well, I hope so. I mean, also, if you don't want something, don't buy it.
Listen, as much as I want everyone to buy,
tell grown-ups advice about that.
As much as I would love if everyone bought everything we ever put out ever, I'm not asking anyone to be a completist. Buy what you want.
Yeah,
right.
If we think there's somebody with a career substantial enough to have a big rubber guy like Ethan Page, we're going to do it.
Now, also, Ethan Page is a huge toy following.
It's a perfect fit.
Bring a lot of eyes to the brand, which means, maybe eventually down the road we could take a hit or a risk on somebody who's a deep cut in the LJN era.
Like Lord After Days.
There's a lit. Guys, if you're naming somebody, 9 times out of 10, I want to make them too. But this is, you're going to hate me for saying this, this is the toy business.
No.
Is
it still?
So we can't be just making figures and losing money.
Yeah.
We're here to make money.
As much fun as that sounds like.
Right.
Yeah.
But the response has been unreal. I'm so excited to get these in my hands. We could have, honestly, I'll say, I'll pull back the curtain. Full disclosure, this is what we were going to do. We were going to do Road Warriors and repaint them as LOD, same molds, same pad, because no company, if you look at the detail, if you're watching this on YouTube, puts the actual chains on the Road Warriors have chains on their shoulder pads. Mattel never did that.
Yeah.
So like we're making them unique and we're making them different. Nobody has ever made them different. Hawk and Animal wore different pads. Zombie's doing that, but when are Zombies coming out?
I literally forgot that he's doing them until you said that. I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah,
he showed that so long ago.
Yeah, he's doing them. So, our plan originally was we were going to just use the same pads, kind of like Mattel did. Jax did, was repaint them to be LOD, and we said, So these are going to be standalone Road Warriors. These might be my favorite of all time. Like, do I wish they had more Toyota tights? Sure, but they didn't. So what am I going to do? It will have, the designs down the side. You can't really tell from this image. But, they're not just plain black pants. So very similar to Power of Pain, which is something I didn't put together until all these years later. That Power
Took you
of
that
Pain-
long?
Yeah, well, at the time, Powers of Pain were first, and I didn't know who the Road
It's even
Warriors
the
were.
same. It's even the same
wild talk.
font. Like,
Yeah, with Broski, like, really, dude, really?
Well, I wasn't watching,
know.
AWA, NWA. I was watching WWF. So to me, it was Powers of Pain. And then when the LOD came to WWF, they weren't this. They were LOD, So it was drastically different. But super excited for these. And I have a feeling that this is going to be the hottest selling Big Rubber guys that we've done yet. I mean, that's my guess.
Take Dusty off his throne.
I think I'm hoping that All Ego kicks Dusty off his throne. Then I hope fucking Animal picks up All Ego and Hawk is a doomsday device.
Wow, what a nice thing to say.
Well, in a good way, in a positive way. So those will be in June. Like I said, All Ego, Road Warriors, and one last man. We're not going to say who it is. Not yet. Any other news, guys? We got some Ringside news. Check out Ringside Collectibles Memorial Day sale for tons of figure deals. New in stock. Meat Stick Macho Man. Make sure you pick this up, guys. You know it's going to sell
fast,
out.
brother. Another sellout ski.
The yellow, the cheetah, it's cheetah, right? Is it leopard or is it cheetah? It's one of them.
I'm not a zoologist. Here we go.
Leopard.
Nailed it.
D is, in fact, a
D
zoologist.
is corporate D, the zoologist. Thank you.
Yeah. Meat Stick Macho Man is now available. Limited edition, only 300. New pre-order, AEW U2s on May 28th at 3 Eastern Time. Wow, they have a time for this. They expect a sellout.
Ooh.
Orange Cassidy, Tony Storm, and Lionheart Chris Jericho. No mention of MJF there. Weird. There's also a black and white timeless Tony Storm. Coming in stock soon. Jericho House and Chris Jericho ringside exclusive. Best of Ultimate 4 with Batista and The Rock. And now it's time for the Ringside Top 10. This episode of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has been brought to you by Ringside Collectibles, the #1 online retailer of WWE action figures.
Go to WrestlingFigures.com and make a purchase. And when you do, use discount code MAJOR at checkout to save 10%.
Ringside Top 10. Brand new figures, how much did you spend? Ringside Top 10. 40 figures, exhausting mailmen. Ringside Top 10. Another sale, and Sami Zayn's #1 again. Ringside Top 10. Use code MAJOR for discount at the end.
Number 10, Sandman, White and Black, Elite 111. Number 9, Scott Steiner, Elite 105. Number 8, Ultimate Warrior, Best of Ultimate Edition 2. Is that new or old?
Best of Ultimate Edition. That's all real old.
Is it?
This is a sale. These are sale prices,
Oh,
bro.
okay. 7, Claudio Castagnoli, Unmatched Series 9. Number 6, LA Knight, Elite 108. Number 5, Jey Uso, Ultimate 22. Number 4, Jamie Hayter, Unmatched Series 9. Number 3, Cody Rhodes, Ultimate 21. Number 2, John Moxley, Unmatched 9. And number 1, Brian says it's the figure of the year. I'm not quite sure. Jeff Hardy, Unmatched Series 9. And up next is weekly purchases brought to you by Major Bendy's.
Big match in my house? I'll bring my guys. You have yours. I've got Sergeant Slaughter. And I got Ric Flair. Woo! Here's Andre the Giant. And here's Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. And Brian Myers. And Matt Cardona.
They're so real. Can you tell the difference?
Roster cut. Video silence.
Big rubber guys. They're for real. Each sold separately on MajorBendies.com.
Big rubber guys. Collect them all.
All right, guys, Major Bendies, get your Danhausen, your Maki Ito, your Steve Macklin. And every single week, use the hashtag Major Bendies. If we talk about your picture or video, you'll get a little prize. Who is the winner this week, Mark?
All righty. Here we go. Major Bendies there. Joe Sullivan. He's got some signed Bendies there. A signed Major Bendies has led to a new goal of getting them all signed. I wasn't sure I wanted to do this because how am I going to get autographs of wrestlers that have passed? Then I came up with a plan. Kids and family members. I got my first one, Brian Pillman Jr. So Brian Pillman Jr. signed on the
There's
Brian
quite a
Pillman
few Pillman Jr. signed Pillman Bendies, actually.
Yeah. And he's got
cool.
the very similar look nowadays, too. So
True.
I dig it. Very cool. Purchases, guys. Anyone get some cool stuff?
Let's talk about it. I don't know what you fools are talking about, but this right here blew me away.
So this
Unmatched
is-
9.
the whole Unmatched 9 series came out.
Debut, Jeff Hardy. First team. I mean, look at
So, wow.
eyes
This,
on that.
okay. So this is his first figure from
This is
from
his-
AEW.
This is his first AEW figure. I mean, I'm gonna bury the Daniel Bryan one and put this over, and it's gonna make no sense. Like, this is his debut, and it's him doing the run-in. Like, these aren't even like the Hardy Boy pants.
What?
Really, right?
Well, yes, they are.
I don't know.
They have the pockets.
I guess it does, but so we did.
But
a run, like,
his wrestling pants are a little more detailed. They've got some.
that's what I
things
thought,
on it.
right? I thought it was like supposed to be like real life pants, especially the picture on the back of the box.
He's got these painted on bracelets. The tattoos are incredible. There's
The-
no denying that.
But to me, the scan and the tattoos are like what takes or like make this figure very breathtaking. I mean, he also has another portrait, which is really nice too. And then the other thing that people are raving about, and I don't blame him, is he did this run-in with this chair that he did his like artwork all over.
Very
And it's
toyetic
like-
chair. Very unique.
It's freaking insane. It's insane.
I
Look at
will
this
say
thing.
this. I think AEW Jazzers figures move better than any figure on the market,
They're-
Mattel included.
I agree. When they're loose, they're like my favorite.
No
yes.
joints get stuck.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes on a Mattel, like
The
the
ratchets
shoulders.
are always nice and easy.
Yeah.
It stays nice and snug. Very, so posable, fun. I love that
Yeah.
you can pop the waist and the heads and the hands without even trying.
I think these might be the most. I don't want to say they're the most. You know, there's definitely more articulation in Ultimate, but these I just feel like they're so much easier to move. But not they're loose, but not loose. Like they'll stay in the position you put it in.
Totally.
Yeah.
And also, like these pants are like very bulky, but yet still movable.
Yeah.
So here's my thing, Brian. You're right. I mean, this might be the best Jeff Hardy face scan in ever. Right. The detail on like the wildness of the man bun in the back,
Yeah.
the undercut, the tattoos are insane. 100%. I'm with you. Like just like dollars for donuts, regular ass figure, just $25 or whatever it is.
Even the molding of the studs on his belt that aren't even painted. You know, like just
right.
You
It
know,
all
Yes.
looks insane.
It is very good. But when we're talking figure of the year,
yeah, figure of the year, Brian.
we're talking these crazy like soft good coats and a lot of awesome. This
Well,
is probably
I think the chair adds that wow factor because it's real and it happened. You know.
Listen, I'm not saying it's a bad figure at all.
exactly yeah. This is the best of the set, no question.
I mean, and that's
the
for
best
sure.
AEW figure in a long time.
But man, both portraits are unreal. Like, so good.
Yeah.
Great figure. It's a
I guess
great figure.
what I'm saying, the head scratch thing is it's like his debut and it's his run-in, and it's not Jeff that's in a match, which if you're a kid playing with this is a little head scratchy, right?
Yeah. If I'm a kid playing with this is good enough for a
Yeah, but
wrestling
you're like,
match.
wouldn't you want Jeff Hardy and his stuff. You know, I don't know.
Well, I think the problem I have
and
is
also
like,
his shoes are sneakers and not his boots.
well, I think the real problem is like there's no plan for another Jeff Hardy anytime soon.
There's also that, right?
Like maybe he's in some lineup months, years down the road.
Like it would have been way
But-
cooler if he was the Chase instead of that Claudio.
Right. I
Which
agree with
woof that Buzz, your girlfriend, woof that Claudio. Woo.
No
Chase
good. Huh?
Claudio specifically.
Well, both Claudios. Everything nice I'm saying about these portraits of the Jeff. If you're staring at that, you don't even know that's Claudio Castagnoli. That's how bad that.
Really?
It's terrible looking.
I mean, I don't have it.
People
in
were
hand.
in the
photos look
Facebook
okay.
group saying, "Oh wow, another Connect figure." Yeah, and I don't blame him. It does not look like Claudio. It's not great.
Also, they really pronounced the bald, which, I mean, he looked. I don't know. It's like that. Who's that actor? That's the same hairstyle.
Jason
yeah,
Statham.
He's the Jason Statham cool looking, but I feel like this figure is like more horseshoe
Like
pattern
Kurt Angle in
baldness.
TNA, like you show the horseshoe like of the bald,
Right.
right? But you're a badass. Guys, this I could not believe. John Moxley stole Mark's pose. I don't know what's going on here. If he saw him doing it in catering or,
I
He's a
will
big
not be
ROH
saying
guy.
anything to him about that.
but he does come with his pointer finger, and I don't know why, but
I absolutely love this hoodie. Is this the first time
With
that the
strings.
strings in a hoodie have been shown?
right away. I went, wow, the detail on that.
You can't even see it if you zoom in on me. You can't
You
even
can see it. Well, you can see it. But I think it's the best Mox maybe ever that Jazzwares has done, at least.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's really good. There's a lot
Is
of
he
cool
still
detail.
way too tall though?
I thought they fixed that mold, though.
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, he's the same exact height as this Jeff.
Okay.
And I think that's about right. They're both like 6'1". They're both like my height.
It is a great Mox.
I think it's the best Mox. He's got all his like random tattoos on his fingers and forearms that people don't even like realize he has. You know.
Really cool. I love the hoodie.
There's the point, I guess, used in it more. Even though then I literally saw him on something this week and he shaved his head finally, right?
Right. Yeah.
So this is also not accurate, but whatever.
Yeah, but he changes that all the time.
It
Like,
does.
He changes look all the time.
he shaves it, and then he'll 2 weeks later, it's 2 weeks long. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he shaves it every week.
And I did see, if you're a mint on card collector, like every other one I saw had the belt on upside down in the packaging.
Really?
Yeah, so that's
Mine's on correctly.
something to look forward,
Mine
look
is
for.
mine is upside down, 100%.
Yeah, mine was upside down as well, yeah. But I could tell mine had a good paint job, so I wanted it. But great figure. Jamie Hayter looks exceptional, but Mackenzie does this weird thing where I get her these guys, and now she just has like a stockpile of them. I think she's going to do like some big unboxing or something. Maybe I'll film it.
Okay.
Looks pretty awesome. And I saw the Alex Reynolds. I'm one of the few people in the world who saw the Alex Reynolds, and I saw it unboxed. John was gracious enough to give it to Alex, and I was the in-between. I brought it to him, and he immediately gave it to his son, JT, that opened it up. It was a really heartwarming,
It looks awesome
thing to be part of. And back to the figure itself, it's pretty sweet. I would say it's about as good as it gets, you know. And
Yeah, I
after
mean,
all
it was
that,
certainly
Broski,
worth
he
the
has
wait.
the beard. He has the beard. They put on the beard for you.
Oh, there you go.
But
Looks
I think
awesome.
Alex shaved his beard, so now he's got to kind of grow that little bit.
I've already talked to him about it. He's got to grow
Oh,
it
okay.
back.
As
He's
long
got
as
to
it's
grow
been
it back.
addressed.
So you also didn't. You're not a big fan of this Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson?
It's just like, man, pretty far from toyetic. It looks like a guy walking through Brooklyn, like being a hipster.
But it'll sell, though. I mean, I think if you're a casual fan, maybe not. But if you're a fan of Daniel Bryan, I think.
And then my other super disconnect about it is like the whole set is Blackpool Combat Club, but that's debut Daniel Bryan, like literally the moment he walked out on television for the first time for AEW. So like, what's the point in that?
I think
it's
that
a
they
little
had this
weird.
Brett Bryan Danielson planned for a very long time,
I kind of think so too, but
and they
yeah.
just wanted to get it out.
Yeah.
And this was the line that it fit in the most, I guess. Like, you're always kind of, when you're picking up these lineups, you're really doing mental gymnastics anyways. Like, this would fit with this one because of
Right.
this random thing. But
Right, but you do have 3 of the dudes that are literally in their Blackpool Combat stuff, and then that. And actually, I grabbed Wheeler for the Creative Pro desk because he is alumni. He's worked Creative Pro shows back in the day, so he is proudly displayed.
I'm looking at this Claudio. I just opened the Claudio.
Yeah.
In my hand, it's, especially on the side, it is better than it looks in the pictures, yes. Especially from the side, like, but I just think that, like, this figure baldness is like, too pronounced. Because he's a guy who shaves his head, but, like, by the
see a little faintness.
there's a little faintness, but this is like very, like, that's too. I think that's too much.
I think
hair.
at one point in WWE he was growing it out like that, but I'm not. I don't really watch the product that religiously to tell you if he does it now.
Tom Thibodeau hair he's got there on that one, but whatever. But yeah, overall, very very fun set, exciting set.
Yeah.
Some new faces.
All right, well, we all.
This isn't the first
AWs.
This isn't the first Jamie, right?
No,
There was the exclusive Jamie, and then there was just one in
it's
another
a fourth
set.
now. She had the Chase, right? Regular release, that UK exclusive, and now this.
Okay, got it.
All right, guys. Figure collections. Who got them?
I have them literally in a box sealed over here.
I got them right here.
Got home about an hour before we started recording. Let me grab my box. Keep talking.
I got the Macho Man. He comes to the hat, guys. I dropped it somewhere. It's definitely here somewhere. The Macho Man is incredible. I got Gilberg. We finally have a Gilberg for our figures. And not somebody I necessarily wanted, but I had to pick up the Sinister Minister, the father, James Mitchell, which I think is incredible. Just like a ringside collection / manager figure. And I want to hear Brian's response.
Brian's got the whole box there.
Whole box, bro.
Hasn't even looked at it.
This is real life. All right, right up top, we got Dwayne Gilberg. Pretty sweet.
Are you going to open these, Brian?
Yeah, I have the previous ones are open and loose, even though I do really like the packaging a lot. And we got Macho with the shades on. Mine didn't fall. I know that's the thing, right?
Yeah, so mine did fall off. Yes, they did.
Mine are there intact. I feel like, man, I have to sell that to somebody who's desperate and get a Lucy. This one I will not be opening. Limited to what, 200?
200. I got that right here.
Shades on there. I hope that doesn't fall off. That would suck.
This is the black and white Macho Man.
Very
Not
nice.
NWO, just a black and white.
Yeah. I like to call it NWO. Be sweet. Here we go. EC Dub's own Sinister Minister. That's pretty sweet.
I will say these figures in package look incredible. I'm glad that Series 1 is finally finished, finally out. I just want you to open these figures because I love them and I hate them at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
FOMO,
Wait,
I got.
You broke down?
I broke down. I got because now, like, to me, like the James Mitchell's ECW in my mind.
Really? To me, it's like WCW, no?
What? That Vandenberg, you think this is?
I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
He didn't look like that at all. He was Sinister Minister in ECW, and then I think this might even be more his like TNA look than anything.
That's what in my mind it was TNA, 100%. Like
It
Abyss.
looks great. It looks awesome.
So what are you complaining about?
Okay, first of all, let me just say this. I love that we have these figures. I hope they keep making them. I love the box. I'm fine with the fact they got rid of the bone crunching action.
It's the same. It was very
But
unnecessary.
bro, when you get these, like I feel like the arms and legs could come off so easily. Not with the blue meanie.
Because he's the old one.
He's the old one. I got rid of that blue meanie that I had. I didn't like the BWO on both sides of the shirt.
Oh, I forgot we didn't. I thought that was a thing. I don't like that either, but no one's seeing that. But that's stupid. Okay, so meanie doesn't count. Let me move on to. Does that mean for James Mitchell too, or no? Because he's
James Mitchell's fantastic. It feels like a Clarence Mason, a Bob Backlund. Looks awesome.
Yeah, that's what I.
Now I love the figures. They stand great. They look awesome. The paint is fantastic. People said the Gilberg's a little too cartoony in the face. I'm fine with it.
It is, but if you're some bone crunchers are some of the worst likenesses ever. Like it's not. I don't think that's like a deal breaker. James Mitchell's sweet, dude.
Bro, I think I love it.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Gilberg here. Who's first?
I love
I
it.
do like that little detail. He's a little cartoony, but I feel like he's like supposed to be doing that dumb face. So
His dumb face is cartoony, right?
yeah, like like the pose face, not like a a face like still.
And a lot of people were critiquing that they painted the top of the thighs, but I don't think it looks like bikers. I think it does look
No,
like
yeah.
drums.
Oh my god, the legs do feel real flimsy.
Right? The legs and the arms, right? Don't they feel way too like?
But they're not like coming out or anything.
I don't want to deliberately break a figure,
No, I'm not. I like this dude. This is fun.
bro. I love him. I
Yeah.
fucking love him.
He's like hilariously out of shape.
It's great.
The
bro.
tat,
Like,
the Sharpie marks, whatever of a tat.
I am so in on this line. I just hope it continues and thrives.
Same, and I think this is just another win for them. Like more people get these in their hands and they're on board, and
I do think they need to.
you can have your dream matches like Sunday Night Heat, Blue Meanie versus Gilberg.
I love how like they're inspired by regular or real bone crusher parts. Like this Macho is like clearly like what Ultimate Warrior's legs are, you know.
Right.
So I love that. I do think they need to fix whatever they're doing with these arms and legs. Like the Ultimo is not like this.
Yeah, it's not because we reviewed it and I don't
Yeah,
know
so
what
I don't know I can't really pinpoint exactly what's different about these or what's wrong with these, but I will say they look great. They stand great. I fucking love them. I absolutely love them. And I'm
this is
gonna do
exciting.
something-
They just need to keep pumping out more. I mean, what do we know? We had two Jarretts coming.
Yeah, this is the 1 of 200 limited Macho. I'm letting it breathe right here.
Come on, what?
Yeah,
You're a sicko. I'm leaving.
I'm
mine.
letting it breathe.
Damn,
Leave it.
200.
200.
Yeah, leave it
Now
mine.
there's 199.
I'm leaving
yeah.
mine for sure in the box. If it's the same figure, just
Ooh,
redeco.
yeah.
Are you going to put these with your bone crunchers?
That I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do. This Macho.
Saying I just have these in like a FOMO box because honestly, for what is it, a year, 6 months, somewhere in between there, I've had just Adam Bomb, Blue
Right.
Meanie. Like
I fucking love this. I love that we have a Macho Man Bone Cruncher. I love that. I had to get this variant one. I had to open it up. I'll probably end up getting a mint on card one as well.
yeah, mine's like mint as hell and the glasses are on. I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah, people have been having problems with the Macho Man glasses. Truth be told, this Macho Man, the black and white, it was coming out on one side, and I'm like, I can't keep that mint on card. That's why I just opened it.
Oh, okay.
And then my pink one fell out. So I don't think you'll have that problem if you're going to display them because it does fit in. There's a little spot for it to fit in. But in production, in shipping,
It just rattled around is what the vibe I got, right? Yeah.
But I absolutely love this. I love the tan on the Macho. It's just something about the feel of the arms and legs. Like they're just not tight enough for me.
Chris DiGiovanni says, I wonder if the BCA feature kept the Meanie and Adam Bomb sturdier.
No, I disagree because the Ultimo Dragon did not have the feature and did not feel like this Gilberg and Macho.
I know what Broski's saying, but I don't think it's not really bothering me to that level.
Let me ask you this. So currently, right now, the only company making bone crunchers is this company.
Yeah,
that's right.
Which is another
Now,
fun aspect.
what we've seen in the, especially retros, we I think we all agree retros are in a good spot. We've got, at least if you want to talk about the big hitters,
Oversaturated.
Yeah, I would say probably too much.
if you're just talking about Mattel and Zombies, we've got two companies making
But bro, we also have Figure Collection who's making them as well.
good
Mitch.
ones. Yeah.
yeah,
There's
Yes, I know, I understand, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like because of that, we are as retro collectors, our bases are covered. We got great guys coming, right? And we're really nailing different versions of this line and different time frames, right? Would you want another company? Let's say this other company is going to come in and do
No.
a same job as this.
no, because
No.
these are really nice. So
I just
But
want
what if
this
the other
I-
company is making?
I don't. This is me and my psychoness. I don't like mixing these companies.
yeah, it's that I'm not
I'm not a
excited.
mixer.
That doesn't excite me. You know what I mean?
like when I
Got
went
it.
to Burger King as a kid, I mixed all the sodas. But I was a kid. I was a child. I'm an
I
adult
mixed
now.
the sodas.
I can't. It's bad enough I'm doing that with these retros, where there's all these different fucking companies. I just want Jack's doing a great job. He's a hard worker. I just want him to keep making them. I don't want anyone. Just like listen. Nobody. You can't trademark the style, right? Just like we can't trademark the style of Big Rubber Guys. Someone could come in and start making Big Rubber Guys. I hope they don't, but if they did, there's nothing really we could do.
And also, that's it. I don't think people will be like, "Oh, great! I can start mixing these things that are almost alike." Like, no, I don't think anyone thinks like that.
Like it's bad enough that like the Big Rubber Guys are like they're close enough to an LJN, and these are close enough to a Bone Cruncher. But when we start adding more people, then it starts muddying the waters. I think. Like if you look at all these retros, they all look fucking different. You know,
Right.
when you have them up close, it's like. I don't know. Just weird to me.
Got it.
What else we got, boys?
We got a couple other things. Speaking of Big Rubber Guys, I got the Big Rubber Guys stands. So these are adjustable. We sell them on our site. The feet are adjustable, so it fits your Big Rubber Guys, fits your LJNs. I personally, I have them all behind me stacked up. If you just want one of these guys on your desk, perfect. So get them for a lot of LJNs don't stand. A lot of Big Rubber Guys have trouble standing. So this
Really?
is cool.
I thought it was really just the flare that kind of like leans over.
I mean,
The
LJNs.
LJN.
It's
for
like
sure.
a 50-50. Mine
Yeah.
are all leaned and on each other and stuff. Yeah.
So I don't know if you can see in this video, like
That's awesome.
it's adjustable to fit different feet, in their gap between their stances,
Absolutely.
or the gaps of their stances. So those are on majorbendies.com. What else do we got? What else do you guys pick up? I got
I got the Territories pack, but I did not open it yet. Did anyone get it for real?
I have it right here. This is the. I'm digging this right now. You got the Muhammad Ali.
It's hilarious how much everyone wants that Harley, and then all the other guys are up for grabs.
I'm gonna keep them both. I'm gonna keep the Muhammad Ali because I feel like it just matches.
I know. I know what you're saying, and
Yeah.
I'm undecided about what I'm gonna do with.
Well, I'm
Muhammad
definitely
Ali.
keeping Gorilla for sure.
Gorilla's too unique. I'm keeping him. That's
and I
like
feel
way
like
different.
it's just why not just keep this one fucking figure?
Yeah.
And then of course the Harley, incredible. The Superstar Billy Graham, incredible. I'm gonna cut my long hair Billy Graham.
Same. Where are all the accessories underneath?
What other accessories?
There's
are there?
no like hands. And
They're
that
all
shit?
there. You can see them. You probably can't see them right now, but they're all right there.
Oh, okay. They're in between them. Okay, I
Right
don't
in
see
between
that.
them. So really nice box, really nice packaging, slick. I wouldn't be opposed to them doing something like this, like a 4-pack.
I was
like
gonna say, you
this
think
way.
we'll see more of these?
I don't know if I would go that deep into like the territories,
Territories.
but I'm not
Maybe a
hating it.
Jody Hamilton assassin.
I'm not hating it. I'll tell you that.
No, I would get it.
Something I got that I regret picking up was this.
You got it. I thought those are
Collect
cool.
Forever, the
I don't
2000
want them, but I think they're cool.
Yeah, the 2003 Jazzwares All Elite Wrestling Unrivaled Collection Sting. So this is the 1 of 1,000. I thought this would be a nice way because I was, Sting is fucking Sting, right? And I thought this was a nice way to depict Sting because we've talked about it once he retired. I wanted a nice figure, but he doesn't have his fucking bat, so I don't want it.
Wow, that's it. But what do you
Yeah.
think about the slab and the presentation?
The presentation is
It's
phenomenal.
cool, right? I thought I saw that at Wrestling Universe, and I was like, wow, this is actually really cool.
Presentation is phenomenal. I will be selling this on Whatnot. If he had his bat, I'd be all in. How do you not give him his fucking bat?
Yeah, but I guess if they're going off the card in the back, you can't see the bat and the card photo, so
Bro, he's probably holding the fucking
I'm
bat.
sure, but I'm sure that's
Well,
what they-
that's a ridiculous statement. So
I think that's just the thought
should we not make his
process.
legs?
I know. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think that's just what the thought process is.
I don't know. But yeah, I'll be selling this on Whatnot, but I do love the presentation of this. It's cool.
It's actually
I do
pretty
love
cool,
the
yeah.
presentation. I also got this. Y'all don't like it?
Why did you get that?
Ringside exclusive.
That's a rare boy, am I
It's
right?
a rare boy.
Yeah.
You're gonna call me a psychopath, but back in the day when I got this and I displayed it, I said, "Oh, I don't want to display Edge with these sunglasses on," right? But now I do, and I have no idea where the sunglasses are.
That sucks. So how much did
And-
you spend on that?
It was a pretty penny. I bought it from Rose Rosario, Major Mark. Thank you, but I'm sure there are similar glasses in my bin of accessories, but if it's not the glasses,
Oh man,
I can't count it.
That's rough.
Do you guys agree with me?
Yeah,
know
just
Brian
because
doesn't.
I have weird OCDs too, so I'm not going to judge or say anything mean.
So,
That's
do you have this on
expensive.
display, the Rated R Edge,
Yes, of course.
with glasses or without glasses?
With the glasses, I believe.
Why without and then now with? Like, what's the?
Because when I think of this era of Edge, I mean, clearly judging by the box art, I don't picture sunglasses, you
Right.
know?
Right.
But then, like, there's so many edges that I have. I wanted to kind of make it unique.
Differentiate.
Makes sense.
So I want to put on the glasses, but like, fuck, I don't have the glasses. And he's been so much money on the secondary market that I've been kind of just, do I really need the glasses? And then Rose Rosario put them up. I made a little deal with him.
But
and
you
I
can
got 'em.
sell your other Lucy.
Yeah, I'll sell the other one.
Coupon that. Get a little money back.
I'll tell you
Coupon
this:
back.
the fact that you like looked at that figure in your 1 million Mattels and was like, "Oh, that one came with glasses." I know that there are people out there like D would know exactly that figure came with glasses, and you know that, but it's wild to me because I don't have any idea what these figures came with.
Well,
I'm sorry, Matt. It's a 2008 Edge. You got to get rid of it.
What do you mean?
That's SummerSlam 2008 tights.
Excuse me?
oh, it's a big time Makina mashup. You know that, right?
What do you mean? Excuse me?
Yeah. It's La Familia Edge, but he obviously wouldn't have that title. Like the title's like imaginary.
So what about the sunglasses?
That's for added value, for play value. So
So I also made a rule that if it says flashback on it, I can bend the rules a little bit. And this does say flashback. So, you know, it comes with the title. There's no other Mattel Edge that would come with this title, right?
yeah, it was only available, I think, through the championship title packs that were Ringside Collectibles exclusive. But I don't think any other Edges included it.
Right. So I'm counting it. This counts. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I was just.
I did not realize this was a Makina mashup.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's the only time that I believe that head's been used as well. So it's unique.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so. Unless that was used on a basic or so, but I don't think any other elite but it's probably the only one. So, yep.
All right. Anything else, guys?
I added to my TNA Marvel signed collection.
What'd you get?
Thank you, Dylan Hornswoggle Pasta, for the layup here. My Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, dual color.
I wouldn't have had him write that on it.
What?
I wouldn't have had him write that on it.
Why not?
Why not?
That's not a Black Machismo figure.
Yeah,
this is pre Jack.
Come on.
Pre Black Machismo.
TNA Jay Lethal's Black Machismo Lethal. Everyone knows that, or everyone loves that. And then through some Hardy magic, check out this badass.
Oh my God,
Brother Nero, I knew you'd come. Autographed Jeff Hardy, Series 2, TNA Marvel. Maybe the best one I've got in the collection.
Damn.
Wow, that's great.
You guys will pop for this. I'm at TV on Sunday. Of course, Wildcat Chris Harris walks in. I go, God damn it. Why didn't I think I knew? He always comes when we're in the area. I was like, I'm better than that. I should have freaking known that. I was so mad at myself.
Yeah.
Damn.
I even told him. I said, damn it. I had a figure I wanted you to sign. And then I'm in the airport Monday morning, and I see this lurking body, massive man coming my way from the distance. I go, that is Abyss. And sure enough, there he is. Chris Park, catching up with him the first time. I haven't seen him in 5 years, I would say. So
Damn.
it was pretty cool. And I was
And you didn't have an Abyss figure just on
I
you,
just
Brian?
didn't have an Abyss figure in my carry-on in the airport at 4 a.m. But it was awesome to see him. But I was like, man, I could have got 2 more in my my collection this weekend if I was really on the ball.
A couple of quick things that I got. I got this Royal Rumble 2012 DVD. A major mark hit me up and said, you know you're on the cover of this? And I'm like, I don't even know if I have, maybe I have this somewhere in my collection, but I wasn't sure. And it was less than $10 on eBay.
Where are you on the cover?
Well, you got to really zoom in on it. I'm in the back.
Okay.
I'm there.
Yeah?
I'm not lying. I'm there.
Okay.
So
you'll
to
get
get
that, but you won't get the DVD that we actually have a match on?
which one? Oh, where it's like a fucking special feature?
Yeah, but that's a match. I don't understand.
I don't know.
That makes no sense to me.
I don't know. Anyway, and the last thing I got, the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers, Super
wow.
7. I finally got it. I dig it. I was asking you, I don't really love the hood, but I don't
It
hate
doesn't fasten as great as I would have liked.
I never had an AJ, so I can't compare it.
No, AJ's way better. Like clips in like a little button.
So this kind of just slides in,
It just
right?
sits there. So like,
Right.
I mean, it gets the job done. You
It
can
gets the
pose
job,
it,
but there
you
is-
can pose it and leave it. But I mean, you can't play with that or anything. It's falling off.
And
in 2
so
seconds.
there is a gap, though, right, between the top of the head and the hood.
I feel like not as bad as the way you have that going. Which head are you using?
The straight-faced head,
Oh, so I use the man bun head when I do that.
the man bun head.
Yeah, because you
You don't
to
you
hide
don't-
the hair because it makes it tighter to hide the hair, and that sits better.
Yeah, but that's inaccurate. You don't wear that to the ring like that.
Dude, it's not like your fingers actually me doing a fucking entrance pose.
Hold on a second. I cannot display the man bun head on entrance gear. You don't wear your hair like that.
But you're never gonna know. It's just my eyes.
I know.
You're a sick man.
Brian, that's fucked up. You can't display your figure inaccurately.
sick-
I see D. What do you think, D? D, pop in here. What do you think, D?
D, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
D, what do you think? If you were displaying it, D, how would you display it?
I display it with a neutral head because, no man bun for me.
That's right, D. No man bun for me.
Moving on.
That's all I have, guys.
Major Mark purchases of the week time.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Major Mark purchases of the week. Bingo bango. Woo. How was that?
That's not real. Is it?
Yeah, that's probably not real. Jason Dunsel.
Oh.
With a tear in my eye, I just got a nice little Nature Boy haul back from Fitterman Sports mail-in, and it's a fun one. Even though it's a previously crowned What the Fuck figure of the week, I finally completed both signatures on my WCW main event Hogan and Ric Flair 2-pack.
Wow.
Yes, it's not the most accurate of figures, but it's special to me because it's the only 2-pack ever of these two legends. Just like Nate, my figures are custom head to toe, so I got my big rubber guy Ric Flair that I customized in LJN style carding.
That's cool.
Complete with bio card signed in beautiful red Posca paint pen. It's such a great addition to my small carded LJN collection. Last but not least, this Xmas gift. This Christmas, I was gifted an awesome replica black butterfly robe from my brother, and while it's nice to wear them during Zoom work calls, I sent it off to Nate to sign with the inscription 16 times. Probably now one of my most favorite things in my
pretty cool.
collection till the next weekly purchase.
I love
No hair, no flare.
I love the 2-pack sign. He's probably right. That's probably the one and only one in the world. You know.
That 2-pack sign is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But the I would have been nervous with this. You pay a lot of money for this Ric Flair thing, and you have no guarantee with these cloth things that signature is even going to show up.
That's a bold move. Yes, I agree.
So it's a lot of money.
I think anytime you do a mail-in, I think it's a bold move. You don't know how things are being handled, and I don't know with anybody.
Yeah. Fitterman, you kind of trust. Matt, there you go.
What?
Michael Sanchez, I've been collecting comics as a kid, as it is the reason I learned to read due to my ADHD. I've been getting into graded comics for the past couple of years, and just recently getting some autographed to grade as well. So for Live 18, I brought my copy of WWE number 18, Zack Ryder toy cover variant for Matt to sign. Once he did, I pressed and cleaned the book and sent off to CBCS to grade, and it came back a 9.8, which is like unbelievable.
That's nuts.
We'll have this on my shelf to proudly display.
I always wished I had one of those. I always think that's so cool.
I wish my Mattel figure looked like that and not the basic I
Also
got.
that, right?
But I've been thinking about getting that graded, but I mean, the comic has to be absolutely fucking mint, right? Like, because I don't want to get like an 8,
Right.
you know? So it's tough.
Probably a Connect question.
Yeah.
Alrighty. La Puma is back.
Oh,
Another week, another banger after banger. First, I was sitting on my couch a week ago on my birthday, a little down because I'm out of work right now. He's not working.
Whoa.
I'm
He said,
working over here.
So he has a fractured wrist. I didn't know that. Sorry, pal.
Oh, sorry, LaPuma. From
When I decided-
you know how he got that?
How to get
Keeps
that?
doing the fucking the ear wave, the Hogan.
Right. Yeah. He did it too much in his life. It finally cracked.
Yeah.
When I decided to treat myself to a big boy purchase, picked up a 12-inch talking Hasbro Hogan mint in box. His box is super minty. It looks crazy. It looks like fake.
Get that sign next time you go to see Hogan.
Still awesome. Sealed with factory tape. Hogan's arms still tied down. No black on his nose and no sun damage on the box. The very next day, I hopped on Mercari and couldn't believe I finally found the 1 of 150 San Diego Comic-Con 2020 Loyal Subjects exclusive Hogan for a steal price. Played the long game on this, and it worked out. Side note, don't know if it's ever been talked about or if anyone has ever opened one to have seen, but it has COVID 2020 San Diego Comic-Con stamped under his right boot.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Wild times, brother.
I have that talking Hulk Hogan hand-painted prototype if anyone wants it. La Puma, hit me up. We got a run-in.
We got a guest.
This week? You got any new toys you want to talk about? Like what? Change your mind? All right. Good seeing you.
Check this out. This is clean.
Oh, baby.
Seb Makemson. That's a new name. Started collecting all the gloobs for my... whoops.
Certainly isn't a gloob.
That's a Mattel.
Sorry, Andy Delgado.
Orton.
Was checking out the Fanatics website since they were having a sale and noticed they sell signed Ultimates. Was able to snag a signed Randy Orton Ultimate. I just thought it was neat because you don't see that often, and the paint pen is great.
Beautiful, yeah. It's actually really nice. And I normally don't like the way Ultimates look with all the accessories all over the place like that, but it looks good. I think that's the way to go. If you get an Ultimate sign, it's got to be a big old signature.
Yeah.
Super clean. Okay, here we go. There's the gloob. Started collecting all the gloobs for my WCW Man Cave. Oh, by the way, Andy Delgado had the Randy Orton Ultimate, and Seb Makemson has this.
Got it.
Started collecting all the gloobs for my WCW Man Cave. About a week ago, I decided to start searching for the 14-inch figures. I got Lex, Sting, and Sid all loose. I then managed to get my hands on a Flair to complete the 14-inch collection, which I was very happy about. Then this happened. I was searching eBay with my normal WCW search, and it came across this boxed 14-inch Flair for €100. To say I snapped the seller's hand off is an understatement. The only downside is now I've got to find Lex, Sting, and Sid in the box.
Right,
I don't know about that.
Minty and the other ones
I bought all mine in the box, and even in the box, because of the age and temperature control, that belt usually sticks to the trunks.
Yeah.
And when you move it, like rips off so you like have to keep the belt not only on, but in the placement of where it is in the box.
And I know we've talked about through the years, those are the most deceivingly heavy things of all time.
Yes.
All right, Bacon Nate here. 2024 is a big year for things turning 40. WrestleMania, Hulkamania, Ghostbusters, TMNT, myself, and so many other things. As a wrestling fan and collector, I have always wanted a piece of wrestling history. It finally happened this year. I am now the proud owner of a ring-used turnbuckle pad from Night 2 of WrestleMania 40. Oh, wow. What a way to celebrate my 40th birthday, May 27th. Happy birthday, pal. It is signed by Liv Morgan, but I'm adding Cena the day before my birthday. This thing is badass.
That's cool.
How do they decide who gets to sign? Like, why did Liv sign that? It's weird to me.
Maybe it was definitely in her match. Did she do something? I don't even remember.
It was in everybody's match. They don't change the turnbuckles.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, really? You wrestle?
I don't know. They do some crazy shit in WWE. They tape and untape the ropes in between commercial segments.
I mean, sometimes.
That's insane. I could see them cutting the buckles for segments, especially WrestleMania.
Usually not. But
Chris DiGiovanni, all-star contributor. I don't know why I read that. I'm getting ready for the Incarnation special with this purchase. From Brian's Whatnot, I picked up a signed Hawkins Rider Jax Adrenaline Series 35 2-pack. I've been on the hunt for this 2-pack mint on card because I have Brian's gear from this figure. Pick in comment. That's pretty cool.
I wonder, is that the variant?
That is the regular one. The variant has less deco and the microphone. That's the regular release with the title.
You sold that, Brian? You sold that to him?
Yeah, it was I have mine as an extra one.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
And up next, the Q&A. All right, guys, the Q&A every single week. Use your... I'm all flustered. Use the hashtag AskMajorPod. If If we choose your question, read on air, we will send you a little prize. Let's go.
All right, Matt's question. Ryan Hall at Bare Minimum Ryan.
Hey.
Did the Rockers and Bushwhackers kill the Hasbro 2-packs? Should they have released Rhythm and Blues and evenly packed all 4 sets? Would the pegs have not clogged up? Would LOD and Nasties have had a space on the pegs then? Would there have been a Series 3? Man, you asked 28 questions here.
Well, here's my listen. Can I just say this? You go ahead,
Yes.
Brian. Brian, you go first.
I don't think that's necessarily like maybe they were overproduced. Is that I guess at the end of the right?
This now listen. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, please somebody tell me I'm wrong. We'll talk about it next week. I have proof right now that I don't think they were overproduced in the sense that they come out with Demolition, and they come out with the Rockers, Demolition, Bushwhackers, Rhythm and Blues canceled because Greg is no longer that Greg. He's no longer Black Kid. Could it have come out? Sure, but it didn't. But then people got to remember. Then they remade a lot of figures with the SummerSlam carding.
Yeah.
And they don't do Demolition there.
That's
They
what I'm saying.
just
stopped
do.
making Demolition. That's why there was cases of just Rockers and Bushwhackers too.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, but they're definitely on the shelves again in SummerSlam carding. Okay, so here it is right here. Like, so here's this is just a standard Rockers. The back shows Bushwhackers, Demolition, and the Rockers. However, this is where I think people's fucking memory is shot. Okay, when LOD and Nasties are on the shelves, and people are, in their memory, like, oh, they're still got Bushwhackers and Rockers left. Because they
They
produced
shipped with them. Yeah. Okay.
so here are the Rockers, okay, on the back. Fucking LOD, Nasties. They re-shipped them. They made more of them.
Yes.
They were, so it's not like they were just left over. It's not like that's what, we got less figures. No, they remade them.
Yeah.
If D has any info to prove me wrong, I'd love to hear it. But
Yeah, so the Rockers were initially the first assortment of tag teams was Demolition, which was Crush and Crush and Smash. Goodness. Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, and Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch. So that was for 1991, and then for 1992, it was Rockers, Bushwhackers, and the 2 new tag teams, Nasty Boys and Legion of Doom.
right.
So that was the 1992
So
assortment.
like the idea that they were left over on the pegs is not true at all. They were just kept coming.
Because there was a carry forward of the Rockers
Right.
and Bushwhackers.
And then plus the SummerSlam. So like you're constantly seeing them on the shelves, and you're remembering as kids always seeing them. But were you looking at the back of the? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's something I didn't realize till years later either. I kind of thought they were always stuck around from old stock, but they remade. They carry forward. They made more of them.
right.
I think there's a ton of carry forwards in the Hasbro
Oh my god!
line.
D always gets on me as like, and when I'm saying that I have all these figures, he said, "Well, do you have the carry forward of this guy?" I'm like, I'm not counting the carry forwards.
It's like real deep.
But to answer the question of like who they could have made for like a season 3, a series 3, that's interesting. Like, what other teams are left like after?
Well, they made like the Bushwhackers again, but split them up. They made the Head Shrinkers, but split them up.
Right.
I think that's just kind of high energy, kind of in a way, like our new foundation, however you want to look at it. Split them up,
I would have loved some 2-packs, but I think we got all the teams, and like you said, they came in the form of singles. Like we got Smoking Guns. Would have been cool to get them together, sure, but we got them eventually. And then the teams that we didn't get, like Beverly Brothers, those would have been before anyway.
Yeah, it's not.
You know?
It doesn't really fit. Yeah.
But yeah, if there's anyone we missed, let us know in the comments of guys you'd want to see in the Hasbro tag team sets.
I was just thinking about the Hart Foundation and when that would have had to been very early.
I have the artwork for the Anvil. He was
Right.
supposed to come. Now I don't know if it was going to be in a tag team or not, but I have the artwork for it.
By the time it came out, it would have been late.
Definitely.
Right.
But it would have been good to have because when you think about the top tag teams of that era, they're all covered but the Hart Foundation, I feel.
Right.
Right, but by SummerSlam '91, Brett's IC champ and it's over. I mean,
Yeah.
Right. All right. Russ Linderman, my question at Russ Linderman. Congrats on 300 episodes. Well, 301 now. So besides yourselves, who do you think are the 3 most influential wrestlers to what social media has become an importance for the business? So influential social media people. He's
Matt
not a
Hardy.
wrestler. Matt Hardy on social media. Oh, his posts are great.
Well, like just in the history of the business, I feel like he's always like a broski style, like forward thinker.
Yeah, I mean,
the space.
100%. You know,
Yeah.
Hurricane Helms was like always the first person on Twitter. He's always really funny. He posts good stuff.
Hurricane
He knows what
Helms
he's doing.
and like Lance Storm used to have like Q&As, and I would they would just be written Q&As, and I was so excited to read, that they were answering fan questions.
Right.
100%. How do you not like Colt Cabana? Are we counting like podcasting as social media? I feel like you have
gotta
to.
count it, like just the forward thinking of what Colt's podcast became, right? For sure.
He's good on social media, and he does like Twitch and stuff. Like he's always up
he's
on
still
the.
always got his head in that game for sure.
I mean, it's such an important, aspect of, not just wrestling, but life, especially if you're a wrestler and you're not. I tell people all the time, if you're not in WWE or AEW, in my opinion, you can't like just take off. Oh, I'm not going to post something this week or today because, like, if Drew McIntyre doesn't want to post, well, WWE's going to post for him, so people are going to see it. No one's going to post
content that he's in.
Right. If I'm not posting,
he's always top of mind.
Right. If I'm not posting, no one's going to see it.
Right.
Maybe some fans are posting about me, but not to the masses.
Yeah, not a big account or whatever. I mean, some promotion might post something, but
right. I mean, everything that the Young Bucks did with being the Elite on their YouTube show. I mean, that basically led to the formation of AEW, right?
Totally.
They also reinvent themselves on social media all the time. There was
Right.
a period where they were just changing their bios, which
I actually did enjoy some of those. Yeah, those were
really funny stuff, but also just like
So
wildly
simple.
different.
Yeah, it's such a simple concept. Yeah.
Then, there's guys like Danhausen. Like, I to this day, the only Danhausen match I've seen is the match that I wrestled him in. You know what I'm saying? And even that I didn't watch back.
Yeah.
But he got himself so over just using the internet and social
just making
media.
content. Yeah.
Or even now, Joe Hendry's fucking, I don't know why it took him fucking 8 years, but he's finally trying to get that song over. And it's working.
I'll give
It's
Joe
working.
his due, man. He gets a superstar reaction on TNA shows lately. Like his music hits and people go nuts.
Well, because he's used social media to get it over. So you can't just rely on the TV time you get or don't get. You have to use the social media to continue, promoting yourself.
Yeah. I talk to people too, like, students or whatever. It's almost like important when you're picking your character, especially early on, like, okay, this is my character's a fighter or a badass. I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, but like, what kind of content are you creating with that? So like early on, I feel like it's almost better for a person to create a character based on content that you can make, almost like a character that lends itself to some sort of content. Like Slade, for some reason, was just slamming his head into wood in 10-second videos, and he got super over by doing that, or hitting a wall with a hammer because his character was insane. But you have to think of what content you're making with your character that people would actually want to watch.
Because the interesting thing about wrestling is like, okay, let's pretend Ghostbusters came out this year, and I mean the original Ghostbusters, right? Like, Peter Venkman, the character, is not like tweeting as Peter Venkman. He's Bill Murray, but the wrestlers
That's
were
the weird
tweeting
thing
as
about
the
wrestling,
wrestler, right?
Like, I always say Tom Cruise makes a movie, he's this guy, and then he makes another one, he's that guy. Like we really don't do that. We're kind of
Right,
the same
so you
guy
gotta,
in
like-
all the movies.
Right, so you got to find that balance, and there's some guys who've done a great job doing it. Some guys who haven't picked up on it. And listen, there are certain guys, there are certain exceptions who don't need to use social media.
Yeah, exactly.
Like John Moxley doesn't need to fucking use social media. He's fucking John Moxley. He's over.
I always
he's fucking,
love. I think his first tweet ever was, "They made me get a Twitter."
right. So like,
He's probably
there's
had
certain
12
guys.
cents.
Something
But-
like that, and like FCW, I think. They made
Social
me get a
media
Twitter.
has been, the backbone of my whole career, both in WWE and now. If I didn't have social media in WWE, I never would even be in the position I am now. But also, if I didn't have social media on the indies, I wouldn't be where I am now. Like, I have to use it. You know, like the internet champion thing. Yeah, it's a gimmick and that. But if I'm not on my phone constantly pushing myself, promoting myself, doing whatever, that's why I'm always this is pulling back the curve. But I'm always sending these guys fucking like links of shit that. Oh, what about this strategy? I just read this, and I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
but
I always think about it like you know, everyone has a chance to win, right? It's like a lottery, right? So when you are doing social media and Twitter and Snapchat and a podcast and getting great gear and looking great, you've bought yourself 20 lottery tickets, right? But then the guy who's just a wrestler, like he could make it. He could by just being a wrestler. If you're really good, if you're really lucky, but he's got one lottery ticket. So like, why wouldn't you get as many lottery tickets as you can?
I've never heard that analogy. I think I'm going to steal that, Mark. That's very, very good. That's great.
You got to put yourself in the best position to win. What the fuck are we doing, right? We're trying to do this. We better spend all of our time putting our money in all the buckets.
And also, like social media, it's free. It's free advertisement. Yes, you could boost a post or pay for ad, but like the actual posting, tweeting, whatever it's called, it's free. Double-edged sword. It's free for everybody. So how are you going to stand out? And that's why what Mark was saying earlier, like if you're just a guy, it might be hard to create some content that people want to consume.
Yeah. All right, Brian's question. No, that's not it. Oh, no.
I thought that was it.
That was it.
Oh, Russ Linderman again. 2 winners. What is the number one acting role ever done by a professional wrestler on TV or in a movie? That's a
Hulk
great question.
Hogan, Thunder in Paradise. Boom, done. No, actually, I picked this because is there a great one? I don't think there is.
What was that movie with The Rock? His early on, it was like an art movie. He like played like a really flamboyant character. What was that?
Get Shorty or something? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's not a great performance. It's like one
I just remember
scene
going, "Wow,
like,
he was great in that."
He's like
but it was such
sassy,
a wild character.
Yeah, that's funny.
If you fucking do a movie and you're in fucking 2 different theme park rides like fucking Dax the Destroyer, Batista, my man, you win.
Yeah,
You fucking win.
Batista is great in those.
The Rock as Maui might be the winner. I can't think of is there
Rock
like
is Maui's big.
what's like a great like?
What about
no
The
offense to
Miz
Cena, but
and Christmas
nothing's-
Bounty?
Fuck out of here. There's nothing that Cena.
Just don't,
has
bro.
done
Cena's
it.
Peacemaker, and it's got his own TV show.
But is it like a great performance? Like
Cena is awesome in Peacemaker.
yeah,
He's
never seen it.
really good in Peacemaker. Yeah.
He's
My-
always like
my-
the
my pick
funny
is
Jack
Batista.
dad in the movies I see or whatever he does.
I'm going with Batista.
Right? Yeah, I
All
think
right.
Big Dave is the closest thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
feel
right,
like I'm
guys.
missing something, but
There's
I'll
so
stay.
many. Andre the Giant and Princess Bride. Fuck.
It's not a great performance. No, we're missing.
Well, great is a fucking opinion.
Well, it's not looked upon like as like wow.
Peter and Boy Meets World is pretty great.
Hey, Bruce Prichard just did the Boy Meets World podcast.
Yeah, let's go with Dylan Postel in Muppets Most Wanted.
What about
End
Dylan
of
Postle, the
seg.
fucking the leprechaun?
He goes. His lines are.
Fuck. All right, let's go to some Good Housekeeping. All right, guys, go to youtube.com/ or youtube.com at Major WF Pod. A lot of cool content with the 300th episode up. Brian's got a vlog at the toy department coming up. We owe you that incarnation of Zach and Kurt. We got to plan that,
We gotta
guys.
put
I
that on the
promise.
sketch, boys.
D Freedom working on the WCW Galoob. We got that all coming over on the YouTube channel. Then Mark, how's the clip channel doing?
Yeah, keep following us over there at Major WF Pod Clips. We're just putting content on there. I would love to get that channel some more subscribers. It's growing every day. Actually growing faster than our original one. But
Sweet.
yeah, follow us over there.
ProWrestlingTees.com/ Major WF Pod. So much cool stuff up there.
Get that
all
new
the-
lightweight fleece hoodie. Thing is unbelievable. I
Yes.
wore it all weekend.
all the everyday wear shirts. I think we need a summer stomp shirt, maybe. I think we need one of those. The Kowloon shirt we need to get up there. Go to Major Pod merch. There's some. Oh, we got some trading cards coming there soon. The WCW-esque trading cards coming soon. Series 3.
What
we'll
a set, guys! People are
What
going
a
to be
set.
like blown away by this thing.
MajorBendies.com, of course. Get your Major Bendies, your Big Rubber Guys, your Big Rubber Guy stands over on MajorBendies.com. Whatnot every Monday. I'm on Whatnot. Brian's on Whatnot. Mark is kind of getting back into Whatnot. Knick has joined Whatnot. Everybody loves Whatnot.
I'm doing Whatnot tonight, a little Lucy night. If you're watching live on Patreon here with us, spread the word.
I made so much money last night on Whatnot. I said, why am I doing these fucking indies? Seriously. Seriously. I mean, last night it was an exception, right?
Yeah,
it was an
did you have
exception.
Like a 4-hour stream.
No, it only went an hour.
Oh,
a little over an hour.
Is this the one that you sold your the limited cards or the Brawler?
I did Brawl. There's a lot of items. I had a lot of limited cards, a lot of Brawlers in the Buy It Now, and some Super 7 Series 2. So it was a lot of items in the Buy It Now. But I was like, Jesus, why am I doing indies? Just do fucking Whatnot.
You can't be selling figures of yourself if you're not a wrestler.
I know.
You got to be a wrestler.
Yeah, that's
I know,
awesome.
I know.
I'll tell you this,
an
Matt.
issue.
You could take less.
Could take less.
You could stop doing West Virginia shows. No offense to Gary Damron.
Hey,
Sorry, Gary.
going
Sorry,
there next
Gary.
weekend, boys.
Major Rewind. Jay George does a great job. Trip down memory lane every 2 weeks and every other 2 weeks from the vault. Patreon FWF Season 2. So check that out on the main feed. What else you guys got for plugs? Anything this weekend?
Off this weekend, probably going to order some AEW with the Creative Pro boys and just chill out with the family, have a nice time. Very excited.
I will be. Oh, go ahead, Mark.
He's talking about watching the pay-per-view. I'll be headed to Las Vegas Friday for the tapings on Saturday. Collision Ring of Honor.
I will be in Chicago. GC Dub, the general manager, will be in the house.
If you make it. Chicago flights are easy, though.
Yeah,
There's a million of them.
every hour.
Yeah.
Actually, the last GCW show in Chicago didn't make because of a snowstorm. No snow in fucking May, I hope.
Well, now is the rainy season, and these keeps getting delayed and stuff. Rainy season in Orlando. There's all crazy shit that could happen. Planes get grounded. All right. We're out of time.
1, 2, 3. I'll be back, Jack.
Join the community at MajorMarks.com and get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes footage, and become a member of the Major family.
You get bonus episodes on our careers, wrestling figure history, and exclusive interviews with our friends and legends in the business each month.
You also get early access to YouTube videos and, of course, the weekly podcast ad-free and breaking news updates.
Brand new shows featuring
Oh, baby.
and you. Each month, you can interview someone in the wrestling business with the Captain's Log.
Also, buy, sell, and trade in our exclusive Facebook community where people have become friends in real life.
Certain memberships include merch like monthly trading cards and quarterly mystery gifts.
Become a Major Mark and join MajorMarks.com today.